Can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm 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 way down low. Can my honey come back? Can my honey come back? Down low. Can my honey come back? Can my honey come back? Down low. Can my honey come back? Can my honey come back? Down low. Can my honey come back? Can my honey come back? Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime can my honey come back? Sometime I'm on a red blackjack. Sometime I get a hump in my back. Sometime
Well, you just leave it at that. Whatever.
Fair enough.
It was a redundant song anyway. Welcome to the show. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Thank you, Moby. Anyway, I'm Harry. Tyson, how you doing?
I'm good. Let me talk to you.
How was your week?
It's a pretty good week. I had an interesting story, of course.
Of course. Let's hear it.
It's always the DoorDash diary stories. So, have you ever shopped at, or do you have Aldi's in your area?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I hate it.
So, I did my first, because I was in a different part of town, and they had an Aldi's there. Because I usually do downtown South Austin area, but I was in North Austin, because I had to go to a store. So I dashed on my way anyway, they made me stop at Aldi's. Or they didn't make me, but it was a good order. So I was like, okay, I'll stop there. So, as you know, at Aldi's, you have to pay a quarter to get the cart. And
No, you don't have to pay a quarter.
what?
You insert the quarter, and then when you return the cart, you get your quarter back.
Yes.
You deposit a quarter.
Yes.
It's so your lazy ass doesn't leave the fucking cart in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah, so I did that. I put my quarter in, I get my cart, I do this shopping, and then I take the cart to the car to unload. And as I'm finished unloading, this lady, she she tried to be slick. I know what she was really doing. She tried, she tried to be slick. So she's like, "Oh, I could just take your cart, so you don't have to take it back." And I said, "Oh, that's great. But I need my quarter. I need the quarter out of there. So, I mean, if you have a quarter, you can just give me the quarter and you can take the cart." And then she got all pissy and she's like, "I'll just get my own cart." And then she said, "It's only a quarter." I said, "Bitch, it's my quarter. What are you talking about? It's only a
Yeah, it's only a
quarter."
quarter, so oh my god. Yeah. You got people like that.
Yeah, like how you gonna tell me it's only a quarter when it's my quarter? If it's your quarter, you can say it's only a quarter. But it's my quarter, that's for me to say.
It's funny too. People like they expect you to give them the quarter and they get shitty when they're not just handed over some free shit.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of a hustle there. Some people didn't put the cart back. I was like, "Oh, if I could just hang around here, get their get their quarter." I wonder how much I can make an hour if I just do that all day.
That doesn't make any sense to me. How you just go leave your quarter?
I don't know. It's just a quarter, apparently.
I guess.
But that's the whole point, is to make you take the cart back.
Well, I don't like the Aldi here because of the produce. That and they just kind of the way they stock shit, they just throw it wherever. They put stuff on top of stuff that's not even related.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sam's, where it's just like what, or Sam's and Costco, where it's just like they just drop this shit there. It's like they'll dig for
it. Let them claw.
Yeah, they'll get in there, and people do. So good for them, I guess.
Well, we got a action-packed show this evening. We got some Raw, we got some SmackDown. We have Barely Legal. Was it 97? Yeah, 97.
Yes.
Brought to us by ECW. We have the unfortunate tales of Ridge Holland. He may have been done dirty by WWE. I don't know. Don't really know too much about it. You'll have to tell us. SmackDown sucks. We told you. We've been telling you. I've been saying it since for fucking ever. This Triple H era has been sucking a big cock.
Yep. Fans are finally catching up to it.
And AEW introduces yet another title. How many is that?
Well, the internet tells me they're up to 20 now.
Is that including Sasha's 20?
No,
Okay.
they would be up to 30 something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
they
that
got a lot of titles.
Jesus Christ, 20 titles.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. God damn.
Yeah,
Everybody's a
those are titles.
champion. What? Everybody has a belt.
Pretty much. If you don't have a belt, what are you doing?
You suck. You're terrible.
Yeah.
I lost my belt. Oh, I'll just get another one tomorrow.
Yeah, just switch divisions.
Oh, that's egregious. I think WWE has too many belts.
They do.
They don't even have near 20. Let's go ahead and just jump into it then. We got some Raw to go over. We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. And they recapped CM Punk beating Jey Uso, piped in the fake reactions from the online nobodies that they won't let use their YouTube shit.
Well, WWE is better about it than AEW. But yes, the fake reactors got their little shine.
Then it cuts to CM Punk walking in the back. He's going to the ring, comes out, thanks his wife that came back only to immediately go away again. They made a big deal about her signing the contract. They fuck the contract signing, and she's back. She's back home. They might as well just given her a bag of money.
Yeah, I don't know what she's gone so long for.
Then he thanks the fans and Jey Uso. Then he says he'd like to think that him and Jey will still be friends, but he understands if that can't happen. And he says he's going to hold on to his title tight, very tight, because his last reign was so short. And this reign will be easier because there's no snake in the grass Seth Rollins lurking in the shadows. Then Punk inexplicably just starts spinning his title above his head and dedicates the move to Rollins. Maybe Rollins did that move too. I don't know, remember, or care.
He did. That's his little signature thing.
Whatever.
By the way, there was another signature thing he did. Well, kind of. So, when he got in the ring, he took a lap with the belt over his head. And apparently that was a shot at the night he got fired. And the Young Bucks did a lap in the ring, and that video went kind of viral or whatever. So,
oh yeah,
shots fired there too.
Man, that's deep. That's deep lore.
I know he held on to that for.
Well, Punk says he now has a target on his back, but plans to be a fighting champion. Then Logan Paul interrupts. Punk says, "Wait, I'll fight anybody but you." Logan Paul gets on the mic while Punk screams no repeatedly, and then says a whole bunch of dumb shit while saying he wants a title shot. Then Paul Heyman and the Bronze interrupt. Heyman tells Logan Paul that he's not front of the line. He's in the line waiting to get in the line, which was a good line. Heyman tells Logan Paul to leave. Paul tells them to fuck off. Braun Breaker tells Punk and Paul to get out of his ring or he's kicking their ass. And then Punk tells Paul he can fight or he can get the hell out of the way. And then Logan Paul just leaves. But Breaker shoves him to the ground like a little dick. Like, there's no reason for it. He just wanted to be an asshole.
Yep.
So then the Bronze swarm Punk, kick his ass. Logan Paul hem and haws on the floor, then decides to help Punk. And then the Bronze just decimate Logan Paul. And Reed gives him a tsunami. Then Punk comes to the rescue with a chair. And then he throws the chair away, blatantly forfeiting his only advantage. Luckily for Punk, the Bronze are dumb, and they just leave. And then later, Jey Uso offers to fight the Bronze with Punk. And that's our main event. Later, Paul Heyman tries to get in Jay's head. I don't really watch, care, or pay attention to it. So, whatever.
He just, basically told him to, why is he siding with Punk when he beat him? Basically, that's what he told him.
Yeah. So our walkers are the Kabuki Warriors. They have something to do with Vulcan and Bailey again. And then AJ Styles and his masked Mexican are facing Balor and McTurd. There's that rematch for the tag titles. But before that, we have a girl match. Roxanne Perez and No Definition beat Stephanie Vaquer and the Bella somehow. Later, Vaquer and the Bella
Pop Rocks on the Bella.
Okay. I saw Vaquer just embracing the Bella while she was falling. It was sad. Not in the way they wanted it to be sad. Later, Vaquer and the Bella had a backstage interaction that made me want to pour gasoline over my head and light a match. Just Vaquer's like, "Oh, you paved the way."
Yeah, they had to get that in there.
And the Bella's like, I needed to hear that. I've been losing. You guys are just so tough and strong, and I'm nothing. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, you're not nothing. You're a trailblazer. You're the reason we're all here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. So social media of her,
God
like basically fishing for compliments. You know, those people be putting shit on social media so they can get their little compliments because they know that's what's going to happen.
I just, yeah. John Cena tournament, I thought officially started because they played a graphic, and then then Penta beat Kaiser. I'm like, why the fuck is Kaiser in the John Cena tournament? why in any, I know like there's a lot of people in this tournament, but why in any universe would this fucking masked Kaiser have an opportunity to retire John Cena?
Well, so John Cena during this little thing, you know, he talked about like giving young up and comers a chance, like he got when he started against Kurt Angle. You know, he alluded to NXT talent and talent that wasn't there,
which doesn't make sense because that doesn't make sense because when John Cena faced Kurt Angle was the champion, and he was basically calling out anybody on the roster. John Cena's on his way out.
Well, I'm just saying he's giving someone a career-making opportunity is what he's giving them. Because if you have, I beat John Cena in his last match, which I don't even know if that's going to happen, but
depends who it is.
That's good on the resume. Maybe he will go out looking at the lights, as that's what you're supposed to do.
It is. But yeah, I know that he said that, you know, it could be anybody, but it's not going to be fucking Kaiser. Not this iteration of him. And it shouldn't be. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
There's a Kabuki Warriors thing. Kari says no more disrespect will be shown to Asuka. Asuka says, correct. Losing to Charlotte and the other one last week was just a small taste of what we're capable of. Then she vows that the Kabuki Warriors will keep losing their matches until they're gifted a tag title match. And she also fired warning shots at Bayley. It was easily the best show, the best thing on the show so far. I love their vibe. Yeah, I guess Kari's not the Stockholm syndrome. They just kind of dropped that. They just dropped the whole EO thing.
Where is EO?
She is in Japan. She just decided to take some time off. Because apparently in WWE now, they in the middle of storylines, they'll just take extended time off and just drop shit.
Well, that's good for them. They get more time off.
Good for them, but god damn it. It's just, it fucking, I'm not saying like it was the best thing in the world, but like you're fucking watching Ripley and I get Ripley's hurt, but you could still do something with Io. But no, they're just gonna give her some time off, and then now they're just pivoting to the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte and the fucking other one.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. And on top of that, not making any sense, Kari went from being like the sympathetic, I'm being beaten and abused, into fucking following Asuka. Now she's just fucking Asuka's partner. They dropped that. They just completely dropped it. No explanation, no fucking payoff. The Kari didn't like have like some fucking like aha moment.
I don't think they've dropped it. I just think Asuka hasn't really had a reason to slap the shit out of her. She's playing. She's playing by the rules right now. That being Kyrie.
All right. Rusev did a commercial interview. Yeah, well, he lost the triple threat match last week, so it's clear to him that he needs to wrestle John Cena now. So he vows to win the tournament and have his day.
Yeah, I did see this where he's talking about he had to, but in order to move forward, he has to go back and beat John Cena. I don't think he's going to be doing that, but we'll see.
Then Dominic Mysterio came out to the ring. Says he's the king of the luchadores. And he's the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. And he's the greatest whatever the the AAA championship is called. And he's the greatest luchadores of all time. And he says no one can stop him. Then out comes Rey Mysterio Jr. Rey's okay with Dom saying that he's the greatest champion of all time, but he will not tolerate Dom claiming that he's the king of the luchadores. Rey says Dom is disrespecting their bloodline. And he lists off a bunch of Mexican wrestlers. So I am so over the Eddie Guerrero shit. There's an Eddie chant. Like, come on, man. Dom says Eddie's his... What? I'm sorry.
Oh, I said people love him.
Why?
What do you mean? He had a good run.
He had an okay run.
I think he had a good run.
I mean,
It was just short, obviously.
Yeah, but I don't think he was as good as they're trying to like make him out. He's being Kurt Cobain.
Well, you got a lot of people who got into business because of Eddie.
That's what they say.
Of course. There's no way to actually prove that, but
Dominic says Eddie's his father, and he's a better wrestler than Eddie as well. And Dom says there's another luchadores I know for a fact I'm better than, and that you didn't mention, and that's you, Rey. Rey says, disrespect me all you want, but you will not disrespect Lucha Libre. And Dom accuses Rey of being jealous and stealing his mustache. And says he made the Mysterio name relevant and surpassed Rey in every way. And Dom says, get out of my ring or I'll kick your ass. Rey says he's leaving, but Dom will never be king of the luchadores or the greatest Mysterio. Then they tussle. Rey hits a 619.
so we kind of saw that coming. I called that a while ago. when Dom won the championship and the Triple I Mega Campeon. Look at us. When he won that thing.
You're not better than Ramon.
Yeah, when he won that thing, I said, it looks like they're setting up for something. Now, I've changed because of where War Games is. It is in San Diego. So they might actually do it on WWE TV at War Games as one of the undercard matches.
I like Dominic, but I'm not interested in seeing him and Ray again.
That's fair.
Seth's husband wasted some time. She just stood on the announce desk and stole Gunther's gimmick. And then she fired warning shots at No Talent Dupree. Glad that is still a possibility of continuing.
Yep. Because, Maxine Dupree has a match whenever she's ready, is what they're going with there.
Yeah. Well, then the Kabuki Warriors beat Bailey and the Vulcan. Vulcan tapped like a bitch. She did this the no look backsplash that wrestlers do. That has like a 20% success rate, and she just fell right into a crossface chicken wing.
An Oskalok.
And then the Warriors were gonna fuck up Vulcan, but Charlotte and the other one came out for the save. And yeah.
There you go.
So I'm pretty sure the Kabuki Warriors lost last week to Charlotte and the other one, right?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure
I
they
think
did.
it was a DQ or something.
But they still lost.
They did.
So
well,
I mean,
sorry, it was a no contest because they don't do DQs anymore. Apparently,
I don't understand how these motherfuckers keep losing their way into championship matches, or they just say, "Hey, I want a match for the title." Okay. Nobody earns anything.
no, we're definitely we're back to asking, which was what happened at the end of Vince's run. You just go out and ask. You don't even have to win matches. In fact, you can lose matches and just ask.
It's infuriating. The Judgment Day are backstage. Why is Dominic still a part of this group?
What do you mean? He's part of Judgment Day.
Yeah, why?
Why wouldn't he be?
They hate him.
They don't hate him. They're just mad at him.
Dominic wanted help. No, they're so fucking bipolar. Because he wanted help again. Balor and McTurd told him to fuck off. But then next week, they'll be ringside with him.
Well, he didn't need their help this time.
Well, Perez convinces Dominic to be ringside for McTurd and Balor's match that they don't want his help with. So, there's that. So, naturally, Styles and his partner beat Balor and McTurd.
Of course.
Charlotte and the other one had a commercial interview, and I just hate them both.
This one I didn't see, so I can't really tell you what happened there.
Cool. Adam Pearce announced the opening round for the Cena tournament. First match is Rusev versus Damian Priest. It's worth noting he's from SmackDown. We have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus. I guess Shinsuke's from SmackDown as well. Then we have Aldis doing a drawing on SmackDown that won't be infuriating. Cena will. They said Cena will be there, didn't they?
He'll be on Raw this coming week
On Raw. Okay.
because they're in Boston.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, Cena will be on Raw, not SmackDown. Then we had Uso and Punk versus the Bronze. Ended in a double count out. Ref just left, so everyone brawled. The official didn't, try to officiate and bring order to the chaos. He just left. Jay got speared twice and tsunami'd. Punk grabbed a chair. Bronze grabbed chairs. They're learning. Logan Paul arrived with brass knucks. Now remember, Logan Paul got his ass whooped and tsunami'd at the beginning of this show. So he arrives with brass knucks. Looks like he's siding with Punk. But then he just turns on Punk and he hands the brass knucks to Heyman.
Yeah.
So to recap, Logan Paul gets his ass whooped and wants to be friends now.
Well, one can look at it as he saw what was he felt what was on the other side and was like, I don't want any of that.
Has Logan Paul lost to Sami Zayn?
Probably. I don't know.
I know Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed have. I don't know why we're not pretending that they haven't lost matches to lesser fucking people.
Well, because they're the dominant young guns now, and they're the heel side of what's going to be War Games. Maybe. Now they put the War Games graphic out, and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman are on the cover, so you would think this is going to be the War Games side, and then Logan Paul, and then I don't know who else. Austin Theory's name keeps getting floated around for some reason. But
they're trying to build up something with him and Waller, I think. Lucky us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with Logan Paul joining the Bronze. It's just the fact that he got his ass whooped and now he wants to join them. That don't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's just that he's self-preserving.
Right, he would self-preserve before the ass whooping. But now he already took the ass whooping, so now it don't make any sense. He fought Floyd, did he fight Mayweather or McGregor?
Was it Mayweather? Or was that his brother?
No, it wasn't his brother.
Then it was him, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he fought Mayweather. Come on.
Yeah.
I got a big issue with that. That makes Logan Paul look like the biggest fucking cuck.
Well, what's on the other side? Him turning babyface? We don't want that.
He doesn't have to turn babyface, but he can fight. He can fight the Bronze with Punk.
I don't think anybody wants to cheer Logan Paul.
They don't have to cheer Logan Paul. He doesn't even have to be there. He didn't have to be inserted at all.
Well, they want him for War Games. They need star power.
There you go. So he could join forces with Punk. With the way they did at the beginning of Raw, he could have joined forces with Punk for one time at War Games. And at the end of War Games, he could have turned on Punk or something, and they could have done their fucking world title match.
I think first of all, I think he should have been in in this tag match. Why was Jey Uso there? Like the whole story was, Logan Paul
Yeah. It's just
being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Essentially, that's what it was. Wrong place, wrong time.
it wasn't even a good turn. Yeah, you're right. Logan Paul should have been in the tag match, and if he was going to turn on Punk, that's when instead he just came out. They don't know how to fucking do wrestling.
They don't.
God damn it.
They gotta get that. They gotta get Jey Uso out there so he can eat.
Jesus Christ. That was Raw. It fucking sucked. When the Kabuki Warriors doing nothing is the best thing on your fucking show.
I did for myself. I did like a couple segments. I like the. Ultimately, I like the swerve for Logan Paul, him teasing going babyface and then not. Dom and Ray, I was into that. And oh, by the way, speaking of just dropping, I don't think they're doing the Bailey psycho split personality thing anymore because she hasn't done it.
I don't care.
I think they've dropped it.
Maybe they realized it sucked.
I guess.
Who knows? They don't fucking. There's no logic to anything. There's no logic. Everything's just like, oh, this week we'll just do this. No regard for what happened the week before. So there's no reason to get invested in anything.
Which
And
we'll go over. There's going to be something on SmackDown that's going to be like, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. I guess if they would have just left it at Braun Breaker just shoving Logan Paul to the ground, I wouldn't have had a problem with that. But no, they beat the fuck out of him and tsunami'd him. And Logan Paul just run. Let me join your group. That was a cool ass whooping you gave me. How are we supposed to? Fuck it.
Oh, and we don't know if he's actually in. I'm sure he'll get in somehow, but first, I don't think he's like joining the Vision. I think this is just set up for War Games, and then they're going to go their separate ways after. But we don't know if the Bronze or really Braun Breaker. We don't know if he's accepting Logan Paul in.
And what's Logan Paul going to say? Oh, they whooped my ass so thoroughly, I knew I had to join. And the Bronze will be like, we beat the respect into him. we beat him so thoroughly we started respecting him. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
That would be like, I got my ass beaten. I don't want to do that again. So
Then he just wouldn't fight him.
just stay out of it altogether.
Yes. You don't join forces. It just, oh my God. Think about Daniel Russo. He gets his ass kicked by the Cobra Kai. Hey guys, can I join now? He did try to join. They kicked his ass again. That's what happened. Logan Paul would try to give him the brass knuckles, and then the Bronze would just beat his ass again. That didn't happen. But no, they're like, oh yeah.
Well, it still may happen. We don't know.
Okay. Fucking hate it. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. We've spent too much fucking time on this. SmackDown. Dude, I fucking hated SmackDown too. We're in Greenville, South Carolina. They recap Cody beating McIntyre with the single Crossroads again. And then Cody opened the show. And then he said he used the title on McIntyre because he was always afraid to pull the trigger. Now Cody's moving on, wants nothing to do with McIntyre, and wants to do something different. So then he's got to sit with the fans and handpick his opponent. And then Karrion Kross comes out with, Aleister Black comes out with Zelina. And Black wants a title shot. Zelina slaps Cody after saying something cryptic.
Yep.
And then Nick Aldis comes out, makes that the main event. Not even trying. So then the walkers are Charlotte Flair and the other one. Someone's wrestling Nia Jax. And then Jade Cargill was representing the African or Jamaican flag. She's from Florida, by the way.
Don't do that.
Just saying. Stating facts. Then we have Ela.
Do you not understand? Oh, anyway. Okay.
Oh, go ahead. School me. If I'm wrong, tell me.
There's heritage and lineage and ancestors. You know, a lot of black people weren't here initially.
But
she imported here.
She, Jade Cargill, is from Florida.
Yeah, but her whatever is from Jamaica.
Do we know this for a fact?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's this thing on social media, and this is why she wore the flag, I'm assuming. Someone put on, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Someone put on.
We don't need to do that.
Well, I just want to make it accurate.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's see. Oh, there's another thing about it on social media too. Oh, I forgot to put that in the stories.
Her flag?
Let's see.
Did they make a big deal about it?
Well, someone pointed out that she was the first SmackDown Women's Champion of Jamaican descent, in whatever way it is. And then Kofi Kingston was like, well, and it's like, you know what? Never mind. What she was alluding to, I guess Big E is also of Jamaican descent in some way.
What's Kofi? Wasn't he
African?
Is he African?
Yeah. So, yeah. So he doesn't count, but
all right, I stand corrected.
Actually, he was Jamaican when he started.
Let me. Jade Cargill, she came out and she was representing the Jamaican flag. Her heritage.
There you go.
All right. Then we have Eli Dragunov. He ran into Tama Tonga, who just stared at him again. And then the U.S. title open challenge happened, and Tama Tonga did nothing. Instead, Dragunov came out, talked a little bit of shit, and Tommaso Ciampa came out to talk some shit too. And then did Dragunov beat Ciampa or Gargano
today or in this show?
Yeah,
he beat Gargano. So Ciampa came out and he said he got disrespected last week, and Dragunov didn't accept his challenge and called him a jackass or something. So then this week, Dragunov's like, all right, well, I do accept the open challenge. And then he pointed at Johnny Gargano, said, from him. So I guess they're building some story where
So they're doing an open challenge where the champion chooses the challenger.
Well, he did last week too when he was like, "Well, he was first."
Okay. Because I fast forwarded every bit of this. I thought Ciampa was the one that wrestled, but then when I was looking back at the recap, I saw Gargano, so I was confused.
Yeah, so they're just making. I don't know. I guess that's how they're building a story. Is like Ciampa keeps getting snubbed for an open challenge, and Tama Tonga is also doing the Shinsuke thing where he's, "Oh, I'm coming for that title. You know, I do an open challenge. Yeah, but I'm gonna come later."
Yeah. My time.
Yeah. I'm literally out there in the ring every week looking for a challenge.
I'm going to do it when I'm ready.
Yeah, when it's right for me.
God. Fraxium talks shit to Ciampa and Gargano in the back later, so I'm sure they'll be wrestling again.
Yes. And I don't know if it was just like.
Then we have Nick Aldis back.
Oh, I was just going to say, I don't know if it was just like the.
Aldis said no.
Wait.
What's up?
Oh. Nothing. It's okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I don't know if it was the stream I was watching that went weird, but Nathan Frazier looked kind of big, like muscular. I don't know. It was weird. That's why I
He
said
made
we
a
don't have to go back.
dumbass face. What's that?
That's why I said we don't have to go back.
Oh. He made a dumbass face walking away from the segment. I know that. He was like, "Oh, you're a jackass," and then he walked away with like, "I got a shit face."
Yeah, like they're in fucking school.
Yeah, must have the same acting coach that Vulcan had. So yeah, Nick Aldis is backstage. Sami Zayn wants to be ringside for a match. Aldis says Zayn's not medically cleared, and no. Well, Sami Zayn says, "Fuck you, Nick. I'm going out there anyway." Then R-Truth showed up and put his balls in Aldis's hands.
Yep. You really undersold that, though.
Did I?
R-Truth, the guy who was fired and brought back, and we were told that it's all part of the show.
I love that.
was
I love that question. You enjoying the show?
And also who cut his hair on TV and did the whole "I'm driving now" thing, whatever that meant.
Yeah, I thought it
Or
was going
Ron
to be New
Killings.
Jack 2.0.
Yeah, like that R-Truth showed up dressed fully as John Cena, and he had his own. So with this John Cena tournament, they have the Royal Rumble little tumbler thing. So they have all these balls, and they're drawing the names out. They roll it, and then they draw the names, and then that's how they're getting their match. Which I think that's actually how they're doing it, by the way. But I don't think they
You
have
think
an
it's a
idea.
shoot?
Like
That's
I think
fair.
they know the names, and they're literally using that as let's just leave it to. But so yeah, R-Truth, he shows up and he's like, he has his own set of balls, and he says, "I want to be in the John Cena the Last Time Is Now tournament." And Aldis says, "You're already in it." And he took his balls back and said, "I don't want my balls touching yours anyway." So yeah, R-Truth, who was fired too, by the way.
He came back. He wanted to be serious.
Yeah. but I did call it.
Yes, you did. I
now.
I I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, you're absolutely right. You did call it.
Yeah, and it's clear now they did. He's just there because they can't fire.
Gee. They did him more damage than good there, because he could have gone to AEW and been serious R-Truth
Yeah, or TNA
or
or
TNA,
yeah.
anywhere. But no, now he's stuck being the jester for life. We have girl bullshit. Jake Cargill came out to talk some shit and leave. Then later, Cargill had a backstage thing with Chelsea Green and her retards. Then Flair lost to Jax after some dude attacked Alexa Bliss. Later, Flair and the other one are in medical. This was awesome. So they're in medical, and they're talking. There's it doesn't matter. Fuck them. Alexa Bliss, she just like stops talking, and she's like looking out off camera, and she's spooked, right? Well, Asuka, she's just standing there. She's dressed as a doctor. She takes off her mask and missed both of them. It was awesome. Fucking loved it.
Yeah, completely unexpected. And it reminded me of when the Joker from Dark Knight, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, it was
dressed as a
very
nurse.
Joker-esque. It reminded me of when Austin showed up and beat the shit out of McMahon with the shitter, the metal shitter thing.
Oh yeah, with that piss pan or whatever that was.
Yeah. But yeah, it was very, very Joker. Then we have the Cena tournament. Aldis announces that Miz and Jey Uso are going to fight. And then LA Knight, and a surprise, because Nick Aldis wants to keep it that way. I bet it's bullshit.
And that's what I said. Don't get your hopes up, because it's probably going to be like, something. It ain't going to be something good. The names are already floating around. Oh, it's going to be Chris Jericho or Edge, who are both still under contract with AEW. So, not happening. And yeah, people are just getting their hopes up. And it's going to end up being like, I don't know. It might be. I expect that it's going to be someone that's not with the company, like not a part of SmackDown or not a part of Raw.
Joe Hendry.
So, yes, it's either going to be Joe Hendry or it's going to be, someone from NXT. Outside shot that it could be Matt Cardona, but yeah, it's probably going to be Joe Hendry, if like that's the best, or like Mr. Iguana or something.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be bullshit.
Yeah. And people are going to be upset. And it's like, nope, you got yourself riled up. No one told you to get excited.
Chelsea Green's a girl champion again, which I think is fucking dumb.
Oh, people were unhappy with that too.
Were they?
Yes.
I saw the
fact
opposite.
that not the fact that she won, the fact that Julia lost in like a minute.
I was saying, oh, this is really great. Good for Chelsea. She's the only one that brings eyes to the title.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it's two different ways. Because, I know people were happy for Chelsea Green, but I saw a lot of people saying, like, yeah, Julia should have went to AEW, or she should have stayed in NXT. Triple H doesn't know how to book her.
No, he doesn't. I don't understand why he put the title on her in the fucking first place. Because didn't Julia beat Chelsea for the title?
No, she beat. Was it Meech? No, it's Zelina Vega.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Who did? I guess she did more. She did more with the title than Julia did.
Well, it's all booking. It's like, yeah, they put the title on and then they don't know what to do with them, and then they just keep them off TV.
They don't do shit with them, and then like they just lose the title, and then you have these people say, "Oh, what a great run! What run?"
Yeah, it's just about. Oh, she was 144 days as champion or whatever it was. It's like, well, she didn't do anything.
Yeah, there's no like memorable feuds. Michin. I'm sorry, Mia Yim.
Yeah, and again, it's not her fault. It's 100%
No.
on creative.
She was awesome too. Like she did that fucking curb stomp thing or the head stomp thing on the steel steps. That shit was cold.
Yeah,
And they could have built on that, but no, they'd rather have her scissor with fucking her assistant for no
it's not the
reason.
worst thing in the world.
No, but I'm just saying if you're gonna
Oh
present
dang, that's so.
if you're gonna present her one way and have her do a completely opposite thing, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
MFTs are backstage. Same shit, different night. The stupid suck showed up after. Taller beat up Ray Phoenix. And then Shinsuke Nakamura and the Motor City Machine Guns came out to fight Jeff Cobb, Tama Tonga, and Tonga lower to the back. Solo got to stay and watch the match because, only 3 good guys came out. So Solo and Taller tried to whoop Ray Phoenix's ass after the match, and then Sami Zayn came out to save him with a chair. Because they can't do anything original.
Sami Zayn, who was blatantly told not to go out there, went out there.
Well, you did say, fuck you, Nick. I am going out there.
Well, there you go.
And then that brings us to our main event. Cody and Aleister Black had actually a pretty good match. Then Drew McIntyre showed up and Claymore'd the ref. Which was funny. I love it when an innocent person just gets decimated. It would have been better if it was one of them girl refs. Especially the one with the ponytail. I guess they both have ponytails. The white one. So he was trying to avoid that.
Oh. Jessica Carr.
Is that her name?
Yeah, I think.
McIntyre and Black put the boots to Cody. Black has absolutely no issue with McIntyre costing him the match. And then Damian Priest comes out. Black and Priest fight. Black does the thing where he jams his thumb into Priest's eyes because they can't do anything original there. McIntyre and Cody fight, and then Nick Aldis came out and suspended Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre is like, "Oh, the world's against me. My back's against the wall, Nick. My back's against the wall."
Which lends to what you were saying. It's like, who's he feuding with? Is it Cody or is it Aldis?
If it's shit. I'd love to see Nick Aldis and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that'd be some old school stuff right there.
But yeah, Drew McIntyre is seemingly suspended.
Now, if you want to do the either the clickbait thing, the real reason McIntyre was suspended is because he is off to film Highlander, the remake or something. So he's gonna be off TV while he's filming that, or I don't know if it's a show or a movie, but either way, he's got an acting gig, so he's
Oh,
gonna be
good
off
for
for a
him.
couple weeks for that. Wasn't Highlander the one with Mel Brooks, or is it Russell Crowe?
There's so many things wrong with what you just said.
What?
You're talking about Mel Gibson. That was Braveheart.
Okay.
Russell Crowe did Gladiator. Mel
Golly, I
Brooks
was
was a
off everywhere.
yeah. Mel Brooks was a Jewish comedian, director guy. He did Spaceballs.
Okay, yeah, I got everything wrong.
Highlander was Christopher. It wasn't Christopher Walker. Lambert. Christopher Lambert. The guy that played Raiden in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh,
That was the one where they chopped everybody's heads off and stole their powers.
I don't think I've watched that.
Oh fuck! It's a good movie.
Well, according to the Google machine, it's on Tubi, so I can watch it.
Yeah, that's guy. It's guys in like feudal Scotland or some shit, and he runs into another immortal that teaches him the way of being an immortal, and like this other immortal called the Kurgan is hunting the immortals to steal their powers, and the only way to do that is to chop their heads off after a long sword fight. It's fucking great. I don't know what Drew McIntyre's involvement is, but it'd be cool if he was Kurgan. He could be a good Kurgan.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where that turns out. Yeah.
But that was SmackDown.
And I guess just my little synopsis on it. I thought it was pretty. Well, SmackDown, we're going to talk more about it. It's just not a good show. But there was, I guess, the one highlight for me. It was good that Aleister Black got some main event shine. And the other thing is.
Main event shine by stealing somebody else's gimmick.
Yep. He stole his gimmick and now he's in the main event. So there you go. So this tells you where Cross and Scarlett were at.
It would be funny if they beat Cody for the title.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
And he's just looking, that should have been me.
And then they need to revamp Black's song to where Scarlett or Zelina does the lip singing thing.
She does the, yeah.
Aleister Black. Aleister Black.
But yeah, I like that. And then I Tala Tonga. I liked the fact that he actually wrestled as a big man. I just want to point that out. Like he didn't, he wasn't flipping and flopping all over the place like other people who are around 7 foot and trying to act like a cruiserweight.
Like Damian Priest.
Damian Priest, yes.
Yeah.
Like he's a big guy and he wrestled as a big guy and even did a power bomb. I always love someone. I always love a good 7-footer who does a power bomb.
I appreciate the choke slam.
Yes, and he has a good choke slam. Or Ray Phoenix took it good.
I would say, I don't know. I don't know how
Glad to
you have
see.
a bad choke slam.
Early Undertaker choke slams, really early Giant choke slams weren't that good. I don't like when you fall with them.
Oh,
I like when you actually slam them. Like, well, I guess that is a slam, but when you throw them down.
I don't know. I think the Giants worked because he just slams them down. Yeah, Undertaker doesn't need to fall with him.
Yeah, his early choke slams, he used to, and this is only fresh of mine because they did the WWE Vault did like a marathon of like horror matches or horror feuds or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they were doing a lot of early Undertaker matches, and yeah, he was doing the choke slam and falling with them.
Maybe that's how the choke slam initially was.
Maybe. And you know, how always had a good choke slam was Sid, Psycho Sid.
Oh yeah,
He
Sid
had
was
that
great.
one-handed choke slam.
But yeah, that was SmackDown. It sucked.
It did. They need some fixing.
Yes, sir. Let's move on to ECW, Barely Legal, 1997. Joey Styles opens in the ring. He's announcing that this is ECW's very first pay-per-view. And that he's Joey Styles and we're in South Philadelphia, born and raised. And the playground is where we spend most of our days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
Shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys, they were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight. My mama got scared. Saying, you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. I begged and pleaded with her. Okay.
Oh, you're doing the extended version because
Oh,
they
yeah.
did the abridged version
Of course.
towards the end.
Yeah, I gotta. You can't bust that out without, going the extra mile.
Would you say that's a top 5 like theme, like what do they call them? Sitcom theme?
Oh,
Gotta
absolutely.
be
100%.
like that one. When I hear the Jeffersons, well, moving on up.
Yeah, Jefferson's, Sanford and Son.
Yeah,
I think the original Roseanne. For me, maybe.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Just the harmonica.
Uh,
Andy Griffith.
I almost want to put Friends in there
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
because that was a good one. Frasier definitely not in there. Boy, that show was boring. Everything about that show is boring.
My sliced potatoes and jam.
Yeah. One I liked that's kind of underrated is Monks.
Yeah.
Like the detective. It was sung by the guy who did the Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a top fiver, but it's definitely
No.
good. Anyway, that's a. I don't know where we went off on that.
I
Oh,
don't
because you
know.
did the.
Yeah. Joey Styles says that they're in South Philadelphia. He starts to go over the card, and then out come the Dudley Boys. Now this is the Dudley Boys. Brother Bubba and Brother Devon. I don't know why they still have Sign Guy Dudley, though. And the crowd immediately starts shouting, "Fuck you, Devon." Not Bubba Ray
But they're
for
not
some
racist.
reason.
But remember, no racism, as he said.
Yeah. There are specifically there's 4 men in the ring, and they specifically target Devon for some reason.
Yeah. Maybe he did something dastardly, and that's why he was singled out.
Speaking of Bubba, he chases Styles out of the ring, which I thought was kind of funny. And then Devon gets on the mic, tells the crowd to shut up and bow down to him. The crowd, of course, refuses Devon's request with more profanity. And then Devon says the fans are no good, inbred, illiterate pieces of garbage. Oddly specific insults. And then says, as far as he's concerned, it's now time to testify. Then the pay-per-view officially begins. The opening music they played was a million times better than, the opening music video they played was a million times better than anything we've seen thus far from WCW. Which is saying something.
Yep.
And now we're back in the ring. The Dudley Boys are still there. And I don't know. Some fat guy's doing the announcing in a deep, stagey voice. He's introducing. He introduced himself, but the audio was complete dog shit. So I didn't hear it. Eventually, the other team comes out. Turns out to be the Eliminators. The Eliminators get to the ring, and the Dudley Boys bail. Sign Guy Dudley approaches the Eliminators from behind and proceeds to deliver vicious sissy slaps. Eliminators turn right around and destroy the guy with total elimination. The Dudley Boys use the distraction to jump the Eliminators. And then Bubba Ray delivers a Bubba Bomb to Cronus after shouting, "Motherfucker!" And then Dudleys take control. They have some nice double team moves. And then Saturn briefly fires back, but Bubba Ray cuts him off with a Bubba Slam. And then Dudley's tried to 3D Cronus. Saturn makes a save by pushing Devon out of position. And then Cronus hits Bubba Ray with Cronus hits Bubba Ray in the face with a spinning heel kick. And then the Eliminators overwhelm the Dudleys with their karate. And take forever to do twisting stereo splash. Then they take forever to do a twisting stereo splash spot. Dudleys end up fleeing to the floor, trying to regroup. The Eliminators take turns doing fancy moonsaults from the ring. Everyone gets back in the ring. Eliminators take control with overly choreographed offense. All they do is some sort of kick, then 5 minutes. Like they'll do some kick, and then they'll take like 5 minutes to do whatever maneuver from the top rope. It's really weird. It's very Cirque du Soleil. Eliminators won with total elimination. I guess this was for the tag titles.
Yep.
And after the match, the crowd wants the Eliminators to fuck up the announcer. Even though the Dudleys have already left defeated, the Eliminators are inches away from the announcer with the tag titles. He declares the Dudley Boys the winners for some reason.
Yeah, he said something about his scoring system.
Okay. So then the Eliminators fuck up the announcer. with their overly choreographed shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they
I didn't
didn't
like
know
how they
how
just
to-
like they would do something and then they would like both get on the top ropes and just I don't know. It took forever to set up, and then they'd like look to the crowd and just I didn't like it.
That's fair. I was surprised that they actually won.
I wasn't because Devon was part of the other team. Can't have him win.
Not yet, at least.
Let me cut to Joey Styles again. We need to tell Joel Gertner's parents he isn't ever coming home, I guess. I guess that was the fat announcer.
He's going to play a big role in the Dudleys, from what I remember.
Okay. Well,
This
Styles
was,
says, oh,
I was just going to say, this was like when the Dudleys, when I first started watching ECW pay-per-views, yeah, he was a big part of the Dudleys getting the crowd all worked up, getting their heel heat. I wonder how it's going to play out on Peacock.
I guess we're going to find out.
Because there's, a lot of, he used to do a lot of sexual stuff, a lot of penis stuff, a lot of talking about making women wet.
There's going to be a 6-minute trigger warning at the beginning.
Or they're just going to cut it. I don't know. I don't think it's going to go too well. Seeing as they even, when Saturn came out and he flipped the fans off and they blurred that.
Well, Joey Styles says there's going to be a 3-way dance, and the winner gets a shot at Raven for the ECW title. And one of the contenders is the Sandman. Then they play a Sandman hype video. Now, this one was more on WCW's level.
Yep.
And it cuts back to Joey Styles. There's another part. He's in another part of the arena, which I thought was kind of funny. It's like he ran.
Yeah, he cut that one segment and then just immediately goes to his next spot.
Yeah. Instead of being convenient and just, I don't know. It would have been funny if he did a wardrobe change. So Styles says, what was that?
I was going to say it would have been impressive if he did that during that video package.
No shit. So Styles says we're supposed to see Chris Candido versus Lance Storm. However, Candido has a partially torn tricep and cannot compete. But even though Candido can't compete, he's in the ring to say a few things. And Candido's pissed that he's not advertised more for the pay-per-view, even though he's injured and won't be competing. Then he talks shit about the other ECW wrestlers, references Sonny and Shawn Michaels. He says he can't mention his girl's name or something because he'll get sued. And it's like, oh, you know how I feel about their I don't know. I can't remember specifically what he said, but he did mention them. And then out came Lance Storm. Now, briefly, I will say Candido was kind of goofy looking, so I can't really fault Sonny for picking Shawn Michaels.
Well, the fact if he did get her, good for him.
So out came Lance Storm, and that brings us to Lance Storm versus Rob Van Dam. And it started off as a scientific wrestling match for about 20 seconds. Then Rob Van Dam realizes who he is, kicks Storm right in the face repeatedly, then starts hitting his high-flying moves. Storm briefly recovers, but misses a diving crossbody to the floor. Van Dam grabs a chair, whips Storm into the corner, and then throws the chair in Storm's face on the rebound. And he does a diving drop kick with the chair while Storm's sitting in the corner. And then Van Dam hits a monster 5-star frog splash, and Storm kicks out at 2, which was really surprising to me.
It was to me too.
And then
But-
Van Dam...
I was going to say, but Van Dam, he did pose afterwards, so I don't know. I don't know if that was his finisher at this point, or maybe it was.
Well, Van Dam gets another chair and throws it right in Lance Storm's face. And then Storm gets a second win and slams Van Dam on the chair after missing a corner splash. And he starts kicking Van Dam's ass and gets Van Dam in a Boston Crab. And then Van Dam gets to the ropes. And, the hold's broken. Because, without rules, we're just fucking savages. Like, not 2 seconds later, or before that, he threw a chair right in the guy's face. Like, gotta have rope breaks. What are we doing? So Van Dam tries to go for a Van Terminator, but Storm ducks, cracks Van Dam over the head with a steel chair, and goes to do a sit-down power bomb on the very same chair, but Van Dam kicks out of that. Storm then goes to the top rope and axe kicks Van Dam. Axe kicks Van Dam's head into a steel chair. And then Van Dam kicks out at 2. And Storm hits Van Dam with a German suplex. And 2 shots to the head with a steel chair. Van Dam just shrugs all that shit off and does a Van Terminator and wins with some gay standing moonsault. After the match, Storm tries to show respect. Van Dam says he doesn't give a shit. He says he's too good to be an injury replacement for the pay-per-view. And after beating Lance Storm, Van Dam's value has increased in ECW and elsewhere. So he's alluding to going to WWE.
Yep. He even threw out, I love working Mondays. Which is way too early for him.
Well, it cuts back to Joey Styles. He says, Michinoku Pro Wrestling has a treat in store for us. Somehow, they have fused Japanese pro wrestling with lucha libre. And we get to see a sampling of that in the form of a 6-man tag team match. So we get Terry Boy, Dick Togo, and Taka Michinoku versus the Great Sasuke, Grand Mamada, and Grand Naniwa. I don't know, 6-man tag. Apparently there's a Japanese wing of the Blue World Order. Naturally, Taka's team is that wing. ECW fans throw streamers in the ring. It's a Japanese wrestling tradition. And then the crowd starts chanting Power Rangers because one of the guys looks like a green Power Ranger.
He sure does.
So we have a filling out process to get things started. Nothing special. Then Taka's team did a Boston Crab, tradition to a camel clutch, and then tradition to a drop kick to the guy's face. Naturally, they posed after that. I would too. That was pretty good. Then the Green Ranger gets his ass kicked. He fires back, sending Dick Togo out of the ring. And then Green Ranger does a backflip, almost falls on his ass, which I thought was funny. He did something, did a backflip, and he just falls. Almost. Like his big moment. on American wrestling television. Styles brings up one of the competitors wrestling Ultimo Dragon and how WCW says his name wrong. And at one point in the match, BWO grabbed one of the other guys and poses with him, which I thought was like they beat the fuck out of him, and then like they bend him over, and one of the like two guys bend him over, grab his arms, and then the third guy just like climbs on his back and like flexes his arms. I thought that was some cold shit.
Yeah, very disrespectful too.
Yeah. Very Japanese. So there's a long sequence where Taka's team is just doing an exhibition of triple team moves. And they did a triple power bomb spot twice. First one was successful. Second one, they fucked up, and the crowd let them know they fucked up. It's kind of funny. Nothing's going to get past that ECW crowd. And everyone takes turns diving off shit. Green Ranger almost steals the win, but then he gets choke slammed and power bombed by. Well, it was a choke slam into a power bomb by Terry Boy. Then everyone just takes turns doing loud power moves and kicking out of them. And Taka hit a Michinoku driver 1 and 2. Then Taka gets pinned after a tiger suplex. And maybe you can make better sense of it because I wasn't really into it at all.
You mean the whole match?
Yeah.
I can't really. It was basically just a showcase for this Japanese infusion with lucha libre. I thought it went on kind of long, but I don't know. There were some entertaining moments though, but it did go kind of long.
It was very long. I think it was the longest match of the night.
I don't know. That main event was kind of long.
Was it long because of the extra match?
No, I mean the triple threat part.
Oh. Yeah, maybe that was the longer match. Well, Stevie Richards is doing a hype video, and he's actually cutting a promo. And he says he was ashamed to look at himself in the mirror because he had no respect or dignity. He was abused by a man that he idolized. And Stevie Richards says he wasn't a man. But at ECW's first pay-per-view, he has an opportunity to rectify all of that and come out of the shell he's been in, not since he came to ECW, but the one he's been in since birth. Stevie Richards says he has an opportunity to be a winner, not a loser, and maybe get some shit. Fuck it. Tonight, Stevie Richards doesn't step into the ring as Big Stevie Cool or the leader of the BWO because it's not about them. Tonight, he steps in the ring with Stanman and the legendary Funk. So he's most likely going to take an ass kicking. But tonight, it's about Stevie Ray getting his manhood and earning respect. Then Blue Meanie pops up and kills the mood.
Yeah. It's funny. He just talked about respect, and then, the Blue Meanie comes looking like he does. Well, there goes your respect.
With his fucking Sharpie beard.
And his half shirt. Not even half. That's generous.
Yes. The music playing in the background killed the mood too, and Blue Meanie just, yeah. So they cut back to Styles and he hypes up the 3-way dance, then segues to the next match, which is the franchise Shane Douglas with Francine versus Pitbull number 2. And I guess so. The backstory is that Shane Douglas broke this Pitbull number 2, Pitbull number 1's neck or something, or he got his neck broken.
I think he he hit him with a pile driver, which broke his neck. Like, obviously, storyline wise.
Well, I think he actually legit broke his neck.
Did he?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Fuck it. Moving on.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there was a segment where he, the Pitbull, he was in the ring with his, broken neck and shit, and Shane Douglas attacked it, and that really pissed off the fans because, like, Douglas did an interview where he's like, "Oh yeah, I thought they were gonna kill me."
So you're saying he had a broken neck, but he was still taking bumps?
Yes. Because
Well,
he's a badass.
I guess it was the 90s. It was a different time.
I don't know. Anyway, Shane Douglas has a much better look. He gets on the mic, says he promised to lead all us sons of bitches to Nirvana, which in wrestling terms means pay-per-view. He doesn't give a shit if we like him, but we all know we're looking at greatness. And Shane Douglas is the only one man enough to call out pussies from another organization, and they ain't man enough to come. Douglas is the guy that put Extreme in ECW. And he lists off 4 specific reasons why he's so great. He said he'd win the title and did, and broke Gary Wolf's neck too. And then he cut to a guy with a broken neck sitting in the crowd who didn't look very happy. I guess that was Gary Wolf. Douglas said he was man enough to defend himself against a man with a broken neck. And when he did, the fans couldn't stomach it. And then Douglas said he had to deal with a mask guy who said his 1997 resolution was to deal with the franchise. And he also broke the neck of one of wrestling's toughest guys. And then Douglas wants his opponent to come out, which is Pitbull number 2. And then they start brawling. And apparently the masked man, there's the masked man is stalking Shane Douglas, and he's going to reveal himself if Douglas happens to beat Pitbull number 2 tonight. So Pitbull number 2 spends a good amount of time going for Douglas's neck, which means a lot of front face and side headlocks. And they do a lot of nut shots. Pitbull goes for a powerbomb. Douglas counters with a Frankensteiner. So Pitbull does it again, and Douglas counters with another Frankensteiner. And then Douglas hits 3 consecutive pile drivers, which wasn't the end of the match. Crowd chants at Francine that she has herpes. The crowd is not very kind to the ladies on the show, I've noticed.
Yes, they're not.
Like, they see a pair of tits, they're going to say the most vile shit. So Douglas just works on Pitbull's neck. Pitbull recovers and starts kicking Douglas's ass. And Douglas attempts a no-look crossbody, which of course Pitbull catches him and fucks it up. But like, he puts him down and picks Douglas back up and does the worst fall away slam to Douglas I've ever seen in my life. and he flies out of the ring through a couple tables. Pitbull starts kicking Douglas's ass ringside, and then the other Pitbull jumps the guardrail and wails on Douglas, and then he's taken away by the Riot Squad. The Pitbull that's wrestling grabs a guardrail and attempts to slam Douglas on it. Douglas reverses it and attempts to do the same, but the guardrail falls over, so it's just a normal slam. Then Douglas tosses Pitbull out of the ring and tosses the guardrail on him. And Douglas does an atomic drop to Pitbull on the guardrail and whacks him with a chair. They get back in the ring. Douglas wails on Pitbull, and Pitbull just decides to Hulk up. And crowd at this point tells Francine she's a whore. This is a high point of the match. And all the crowd wants to do is let Francine know that she is a whore. So Douglas goes for a top rope again. Pitbull catches him, tries to do a superplex, but Douglas pushes Pitbull off, and he dives and eats a last-second dropkick from Pitbull. And then Pitbull starts building a head of steam, hits a power slam for 2. Francine, tired of watching her guy get his ass whooped, hands Douglas something. Turns out that they're allegedly brass knuckles. And Douglas hits Pitbull twice with them, then breaks a piece of table over his head. Pitbull kicks out. Douglas grabs a chair, still can't put grabs a chair and hits Pitbull with it, and still can't put him away. Then he uses a timekeeper's bell. That doesn't stop Pitbull. Douglas breaks another table piece over Pitbull's head. Douglas still can't get the job done. Douglas hits Pitbull over the head with the title belt twice. Instead of going for the pin, Douglas spends a long-ass time fucking with his boot. So long that Pitbull recovers and hits a pump handle slam. Turns out that Douglas has a chain wrapped around his leg. And Pitbull ends up getting the chain. He socks Douglas with it. And then Chris Candido makes an appearance and starts... Pitbull hits him too. And then Douglas just pops up, almost wins with a roll-up, and then he wins with a belly-to-belly suplex. Then a voice plays over the PA system. So, okay. The table piece, the chair, the chain,
The brass knuckles,
the title belt, the timekeeper's bell. Those weren't enough to stop Pitbull. But a single belly-to-belly suplex.
but a wrestling move was. Yeah, I thought that was weird that they did it that way.
Just a bit. I almost thought he almost had to get a gun to stop Pitbull. Jesus. So then a voice plays over the PA system. And he says, "A deal's a deal. I'll take the mask off, Douglas, but you drop the girl, or you'll receive the ass kicking of a lifetime." So some guy in a mask and a simply ravishing robe comes out and kisses Francine so good she faints. Douglas cracks the mask guy, who they say is Rick Rude, over the head. Meanwhile, a Riot Squad member enters the ring, takes off his helmet, and reveals that he's Rick Rude. The mask guy who kissed Francine was none other than Bulldozer Brian Lee. Remember Bulldozer Brian Lee?
I don't.
Yeah, okay. Douglas got his ass kicked.
So Rick Rude is part of EC Dub.
Apparently.
It's interesting.
I like Shane Douglas's new, or not new look, but I like that he has a little bit more attitude, I guess. I don't understand. I don't understand all the foreign objects not leading to the finish, though.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, Raven does a thing. He's sitting on some stairs. And he says the entire world is tuning in to watch Terry Funk win the triple threat match and face him for the ECW title. 90% of those fans will watch a bitter shell of a has-been gain the most prized trophy. 10% came to rage against the machine and see Raven win. So, some Steiner math.
Yeah. I was like, 10%? That seems kind of high.
Just a bit. Taz
then-
does a promo.
Oh, and then he yelled, "Quote the Raven!" Or no, he said, "Quote the Raven, nevermore!"
Well, Taz does a promo. He says he's done talking to Sabu. He's waited his whole life for a match and an opponent just like Sabu. They hate each other, and Taz wouldn't have it any other way. They're going to put each other through hell, and Taz loves it. Everyone's been choked out by Taz, and he's going to go to war with Sabu. Then Taz says he's going to bust Sabu up. I'm going to bust you up. I'm going to bust you up bad. Taz says if he was Sabu, he wouldn't be.
I enjoyed that whole little promo.
I did up until the I'm going to bust you up. Then I just started laughing. I couldn't take him serious. Well, I can't take him serious at all because he's been the commentator for so long.
True.
But
yeah, I liked it. And then, I liked the line where he's like, if I was, or, he talked about like, I have to choke you out. There's no other option. And then at the end, he was like, if I was you, I wouldn't be. Or
Yeah.
whatever he said. I love that line
shit.
too.
So we have Taz versus Sabu. I don't know if it was a good choice having Taz come out with a group of guys that are taller than he is.
Well, they weren't as big as him, though.
I don't know. He looked small. Sabu didn't even wait for his music. Then they have a face-off. Taz stands completely still. Sabu looks like he has to piss. And then they just start trading blows. And Taz levels Sabu with a clothesline. Goes for a Taz mission early. Sabu becomes the first man to block it. There's some awesome chain wrestling. Taz invites Sabu to try a leg takedown, and Taz just out wrestles him. And he just beats Sabu's ass. There's this blood early. Sabu takes Taz's legs out and starts flying around. And he dives on Taz in the crowd. They brawl. And Sabu does a springboard thing off a chair. Lands right on the guardrail. Right on the guardrail. They get back in the ring. Taz goes back to out wrestling Sabu. They trade punches again. Taz just I guess that's his thing. He's the shooter. So Sabu gets tired of that. He goes back to aerial attacks. And he does a springboard shit off the chair until Taz recovers and slams Sabu face first onto the chair. They fight on the floor. Taz suplexes Sabu over the guardrail. He orders his boys to bridge the guardrail and the table with the ring, bridge the guardrail and the ring with the table. And Sabu and Taz struggle to put each other through the table. Sabu tries to do a tornado DDT. It's blocked. He ends up going through the table all by himself. And Bill Alfonso just starts talking shit. Where you at, Sabu? Come on, Sabu. That'd be the worst part. You're sitting there, your ass is kicked, and then you have that fucking little lisping bastard. It's talking shit.
He did something that was the worst part of the match for me. Him and his damn whistle. It was actually funny, but I'll point it out when you get there.
So they brawl ringside, then brawl in the ring. And Sabu hits a top rope Frankensteiner, and Taz hits a Tazplex. Taz goes for another Tazplex. Sabu reverses it with a suplex of his own. Then he mocks Taz's pose and locks the Taz mission onto Taz, which Taz escapes and suplexes Sabu some more. And then he finally locks in the Sab mission, or he locks in the Taz mission. Looks like it's over. And yeah, Sabu's choked out. I kind of expected Sabu to put up a bigger fight.
Well, they really put over that. What was the name of that move again?
The Taz mission?
No.
Tazplex?
No. His finisher.
Whose finisher?
Taz's.
The fucking the
Kamehameha.
Yeah.
They really put over it. Like, oh, it's banned in judo. It's so dangerous. And then, yeah, and during that promo, he's like, no one's ever, if I get it on, you tap out. Like, no one's ever Well, no, they made a big deal that Sabu even countered it. Like when he, at the beginning of the match, when he rolled out of it, or like he didn't get it locked on.
He was the first man to block it.
Yeah. It's like, no one's ever even done that. So, yeah, so they really put over once you got you in it, does game, set, match.
Oh yeah, that Tazplex or the Taz mission is one of them feared moves.
Yeah, the Kamehameha.
Now, I was kind of disappointed because Sabu seemed to tap so easily. I remember a match with, I thought it was Sabu, where Taz got him in the Taz mission, and then like they ended up going through the ring.
I think that's Bam Bam.
Was that Bam Bam?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
It was also there. Oh. So the Bill Alfonso spot that annoyed the shit out of me, but it was also funny because I don't know what else to do but laugh. So there was a spot where, Sabu, he does his chair onto the ropes springboard thing. And he did it to Taz, who was outside over the barricade, of course. And after he jumps, Bill Alfonso is in the ring blowing his whistle and just like literally bouncing off the rope. He's literally bouncing off the rope, just blowing the whistle. It was just like the damnedest thing to see, but it was annoying that he kept blowing the whistle, but then it was also just funny that he's just like bouncing back and forth.
Yeah. Well, after the match, Taz tells Sabu he choked him out, but he respects Sabu. And he wants a rematch at some point. But right now, he wants to shake Sabu's hand. So they shake hand. Sabu raises Taz's hand. Then they hug. Crowd booed at that. What are you doing showing respect? Then Rob Van Dam attacks Taz. Sabu's conflicted about it. Taz starts to fuck up Van Dam, but Sabu incorrectly starts wailing on Taz. And Taz and Van Dam fuck. I'm sorry. Sabu and Sabu and Van Dam fuck Taz up. And then Van Dam sets Taz up on the table. Sabu fucks up his dive. You can hear him yell, "Oh shit." Then Sabu puts Taz through the table again. And Van Dam poses in the ring while Sabu chokes Taz out on the floor. I think he used the Taz mission. And Bill Alfonso aligns himself with Sabu and Van Dam. And then he gets on the mic. And he says he's the winner and Taz is the loser. And he throws a chair in the ring, I think. Or Taz throws a chair in the ring. And Alfonso says he bet on Sabu. Oh, yeah. Taz threw a chair in the ring and like Alfonso just swatted it away barely. It's kind of funny. Yeah, and Alfonso says he bet on Sabu and Taz cost him a lot of money. And Rob Van Dam says this is his family now. And other promotions can call Bill Alfonso to sign him. Van Dam loves to work on Mondays.
Good for him. I did like the match overall. And the swerve there was so. I guess that's a good thing. You got Van Dam now with Bill Alfonso, which becomes kind of a iconic thing for ECW, or at least for when I watched.
I guess I kind of expected something a little bit more epic. This Sabu tapped out.
Yeah.
And it sets up more of a Taz versus Rob Van Dam type of situation more than Sabu.
Which will be interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to Stevie Richards versus the Sandman versus Terry Funk in our three-way dance. And Styles brings out Tommy Dreamer as guest commentator. Tommy Dreamer is accompanied by Beulah McGillicuddy, and the crowd wasted zero time telling Beulah to show her tits. Richards comes out with the BWO. Sandman does his long ass entrance. The music they dubbed
was long.
Yeah, it was. The music they dubbed over Terry Funk's was horrendous. Then we learned that Raven tried to ruin Sandman's life. And Raven did ruin Stevie Richards' life. We learned that Raven tried to ruin Sandman's life. Raven did ruin Stevie Richards' life. And Funk just wants to be champion one more time. So they waste no time double teaming Richards. Then Sandman and Richards double team Funk. Funk starts spamming neck breakers on Richards. That's all he does. And Sandman grabs a ladder, tosses it in the ring, hitting Funk with it. And then Funk and Sandman climb the ladder, and Funk hits Richards with a diving moonsault. Just out of nowhere. And Sandman drops the ladder onto Richards from the top rope. They all go back and forth. I'm surprised how competitive Richards looked. I thought they were just going to take turns whooping his ass. Funk does a helicopter thing with the ladder. And then Richards hits Sandman with a super kick. Sandman kicks out, spills to the floor again, and Funk hits Richards. Funk and Richards fight. Sandman goes to the back, grabs a chair, even though there's plenty of chairs ringside. And Richards gets double teamed some more. Sandman and Funk fight, then agree to double team Richards, then fight each other again. And Sandman goes and grabs a handful of streamers from earlier. Turns out Sandman hid barbed wire in the streamers. Which that's some shit. Like, how you gotta just assume the crowd's gonna throw streamers at the Japanese wrestlers? So Funk and Sandman take turns brutalizing each other with the barbed wire. And then Funk puts a trash can over Sandman. Richards nails Sandman with a super kick. Funk follows up with a moonsault and wins the match. Raven immediately comes out. Immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah, Terry Funk versus Raven. ECW World Title. And Raven just mauls Funk, who begins to gush blood. Funk is checked by medical people, and Funk insists on continuing the match. Raven fucks Terry Funk up some more. Puts Funk through a table. Medical guy tries to call the match off, but Raven stops him. Some girl comes out and does a powerbomb to Funk. And then Raven says he's ending Funk right in front of Tommy Dreamer. And he continues to beat up Terry Funk. Dreamer gets pissed off and then assaulted by Big Dick Dudley for some reason. Raven DDTs the ref. Dreamer chokeslams Big Dick Dudley off the commentary platform and through a table. And then he goes to the ring, gives Raven a DDT. Funk makes the cover, but Raven kicks out. Then Funk wins with a small package. And then he celebrates as the new champion with Tommy Dreamer. And Beulah McGillicuddy did not show her tits.
She didn't. But shocker turnout there. And the fact that Terry Funk, well, first that he won the triple threat, and then that he won the title. I assume that title is not going to be on a Roman Reigns-esque run.
I would imagine not. No.
Like, he'll either defend it at the next pay-per-view or we'll have a new champion by the next pay-per-view, is my guess. But yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. First night on pay-per-view.
Give it to the legend.
Yeah, you go for a shock. And yeah, you have a legend, so it all works out for him there.
But that was barely legal in 1997.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, it was all right. I'd say if it wasn't for Taz and Sabu, it'd be a pretty meh pay-per-view.
I like that, and then I also liked Rob Van Dam and Lance Storm.
Yeah, that was good.
It
was weird seeing Rob Van Dam be a heel, like just a real heel.
Yeah, that was weird, and with no knee pads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all in all, I'd say it was their first their first pay-per-view ended up being an upgrade from like the other shows we watched. You can tell there's some changes.
Yeah. Well, our next ECW pay-per-view is Hardcore Heaven, 1997. The main event is Shane Douglas versus Terry Funk versus Sabu. Three-way dance.
There you go.
It's for the ECW World Heavyweight title. But before that, we have WCW's Great American Bash, 1999. We're in Baltimore, Maryland. It's the 9th Great American Bash, the 7th in Baltimore. 9 matches were contested at the event. The main event was Kevin Nash versus Randy Savage for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Other matches were the Jersey Triad, which was Diamond Dallas Page and Chris Kanyon. I believe Bam Bam Bigelow was also a part of that. They faced Perry Saturn and Chris Benoit for the WCW Tag Team Championship. Sting wrestled Rick Steiner in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Ric Flair and Roddy Piper fought each other again to be over. Ric Flair and Roddy Piper fought each other over who gets to be WCW president again. And it doesn't matter, though, because apparently Bischoff can just come back and reverse the decision and fire the loser.
Yes, with no power.
With no power.
But apparently, yeah, it didn't stick because Ric Flair's still there.
That is our Wrestling Rewind.
Not bad. And with that, of course, we go on to our next segment is the stories and the news. We got some late breaking news, so I've added it to the doc here.
Uh-oh.
It's still being ironed out, but yes, there's something developing in the AEW realm. So we will get to that here in a second. But first, let me go ahead and check the chat. I think we've had a pretty slow night. Yes, we have. That's okay. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You can help us out that way, even though you're not chatting. Hey, you don't have to chat. You sit there and have a good time. I know there's people there. I don't have my side screen, so I can't see the actual number. I just assume there's people there, of course. Yeah, it does. Since I'm not hosted, it doesn't even tell me how many people are in the building. But that's okay. So let's get on to the stories, as I've given you guys enough time to chat, and you still haven't. At least say hi. God.
Give it up. Now you're just sounding desperate.
Well, speaking of desperate, so we're going to start here. So WWE, they may be in some big trouble because, well, no, WWE is not going to be in trouble, but YouTube and ESPN, they're having a little dispute, and the fans are kind of witnessing it in football. If you've been a part of a streaming service for any time, this happens a lot. This even happens on cable, to where the network, this being YouTube TV in this case, the network and one of the cable channels have a dispute over, I guess, the money. So then the cable channel removes themselves from the network, or it blacks out, so you can't watch the channel. So that's what's happening right now with YouTube TV and ESPN. ESPN, they're going through a contract dispute, so ESPN is not on YouTube TV right now, which makes it's got everybody up in arms because Monday Night Football, they aren't able to watch it because you can't watch because it's not there on YouTube TV. This week we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Green Bay Packers is the game there. So yeah, as of right now, you won't be able to see that game. Now, where does that tie into wrestling? Because if YouTube TV is not allowed to carry ESPN entities, that means you can't see, or you won't be able to see War Games, which is coming up soon.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So War Games, as it stands right now, if you have YouTube TV, I felt like we had been through this, but I guess they had gotten it. Uh, they got it fixed. This being the WWE and ESPN thing.
Hmm.
I guess they got it fixed with YouTube TV. But yes, well, it looks like we're back here again because YouTube TV. Now the story I have here, it talks about how there is, I don't know, they're close to inking a deal here. And again, this whole thing is about money. Don't get confused. This whole thing is about money. But yeah, ESPN, they're still working at a out a deal with YouTube TV. So it says we continue to work on reaching a fair resolution with YouTube TV. Uh, they ended up putting College Game Day for free on the ESPN app. And again, this all ties into wrestling because we're about to get into war games, and war games, as it stands right now, there's going to be a lot of people who won't be able to watch war games by their own, not because they don't want to, because they can't.
Get that VPN.
Yes, get a VPN and Netflix if you want to do that. But uh, there is also an outside chance because they put, now this was only College Game Day that they put for free. ESPN did, but there's an outside chance that maybe they just like, you know what, just have WrestlePalooza. We'll figure it out on the other end. So there is also that chance. But yeah, it's always, I've gone through this. I had Sling TV, and I had to go through this where ABC or some other channel was like, "Oh, our contract's expired, so we gotta take off take us off this thing while we work out a new deal." And then they tell you stuff like, "Oh, go to this website and petition to get us back on your channel." It's
Well, I
always
guess
Mhm.
because I don't pay for it, this doesn't really affect me. Um,
Yes,
but
go
I
ahead and
can.
tell the whole internet that.
Yeah, I do. I will never fucking pay for, especially current WWE. Give me a reason to pay, and then I will. Um, but with that being said, if it gets to a point where ESPN can't show war games, I can't imagine WWE won't have like a contingency plan. Like maybe they'll just show it on their website or something, or YouTube channel.
Yeah, because yeah, YouTube TV apparently is a big chunk of. I didn't know how many people really did YouTube TV, but apparently it's a big chunk. But I always thought, th- especially like when they moved to ESPN and YouTube TV wasn't there initially, I always thought this was like some ploy to get Hulu TV over because Hulu is owned by Disney, so I thought this was some ploy to get their own little thing over. Oh, yeah, you can't watch it through YouTube TV, but if you come over to Hulu Live for which is more than YouTube TV, you'll be able to enjoy it there. Then you also have I've seen commercials for Sling, and apparently they have like you can pay per day. So it's like $5 you can pay for a day of Sling TV, and then get it that way if you're that desperate. So there
Whatever
would
happened to
be other
YouTube
ways.
Red?
I think it's rolled into premium now. Or no, was Red like the original stuff? Like their original shows or something like that?
Yeah, that was supposed to be like Yeah, they're Netflix.
Yeah, they had to get rid of that. I don't know. But of course, we are on YouTube, so we're Team YouTube here.
Unless Rumble wants to pay us.
And have 4 people watching.
Hey.
Well, I guess. Well, you get it.
We did have 4 people, then they all left.
Right now?
Yeah, well, before we started talking the stories,
Oh,
you were begging, and they were like, no.
that's fine. They'll be back. But we move on. By the way, that story hasn't broken yet to the community. Just me being a football fan, knowing what's going on over there. I can put 2 and 2 together and say, oh, something looks like it's coming our way. But yes, we move on. Let's go to this next thing. So Kevin Owens, now don't play the audio because he plays his music and we'll get copyrighted here. But Kevin Owens, he teases that he may be on his way back much sooner than expected. Well, that's it. But you see there, he uploads a video of himself training. We don't play the audio here, so it is just his music playing. That's why we can't play it, because we'll get taken down. But yeah, that is the Kevin Owens update. Looks like he is.
There's 10 seconds of that, just the same shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting with the black screen at the beginning, so it wasn't even a whole 10 seconds. But look at that little clip, and he's already got 1.2 million views there. People are clamoring, we need him back.
No.
Next up, we have going back to my page here. All right, now we can start to get into a little bit more gritty stuff here. So Nick Shapiro, he did a interview. I forgot what the thing's name is. It's like Mando. I don't know. Oh, okay. So he did an interview with the main event with Andrew Marchand. Don't know who that is. That's not necessary. But he said something in the interview that kind of got the wrestling community riled up. So he was talking about the PLEs, the current structure of the PLEs. It's the first link. And he said that the WWE needs to move past the PLEs that were created by Vince McMahon. So he's trying to erase Vince McMahon here. So they never seem exhausted. They're ready to take a new shot, a new risk. I guess he's talking about the people who's running WWE right now. A new opportunity. Hey, Nick, let's talk about launching a new event. Right now, a lot of our PLEs were created by Vince McMahon. We need to get in the business of taking that torch and moving past that. And Nick Khan and Triple H created WrestlePalooza. Ain't that some shit, by the way? And by the way, they have the guy who created it right there with them. So it's funny that he gives them credit for that. And because I would say Paul Heyman was the one that would have created it, right? Since it was part of, it was the idea from ECW.
True.
So, and he's there. So anyway, it's just funny that they're getting credited. They created WrestlePalooza. which is the launch event for our ESPN deal, which did incredibly well. Did it? It may turn into a super franchise.
Is that the one that got a C?
Yes. Not to mention from a merch standpoint, I don't need to tell you securing the IP rights and then selling merch at WrestlePalooza. Let's just say it was a real winner. So that's the end of the quote. But the takeaway here is that they're suggesting erasing Vince McMahon even more by going away from all the PLEs that he created. So Survivor Series. Well, I guess they've kind of gone away from that anyway with War Games. You gonna erase WrestleMania, huh? You gonna get rid of WrestleMania?
They already are.
I guess that's what they're saying with WrestlePalooza. Maybe they're gonna. Yeah, is that maybe that's what they're suggesting? WrestlePalooza becomes what WrestleMania used to be.
Well,
Money in the Bank. You're gonna get
they've
rid of
already
that.
turned it into like the Saudi show.
Well, for 1 year, but yes,
That we'll see. Like they did Vegas twice. Like it's not really WrestleMania anymore.
that's true. So you're getting rid of that. You're gonna get rid of the Royal Rumble. Like now, I just wonder though: is he saying get rid of the gimmick or the actual just the name? Because if he gets rid of the gimmick, that's gonna be tough. Like we're not gonna have Royal Rumble anymore. Like everything that basically everything that brought us in as fans, they want to get rid of. And then yeah, if you just take away all the PLEs, oh yeah, we don't want any Royal Rumbles or Money in the Banks. We just want good old wrestling shows. Just get out there and wrestle. And then every once a year we'll have War Games. It just shows how out of touch they are with.
Well, this guy seems like the type of person that masturbates to his own picture.
What gave you that indication?
Just the way you talk, like, oh, it's we need to take that torch and move past it. Like you're standing on the shoulder of giants, and you think you can do something not only better but completely different from what you're taking over.
Yeah, they really want to change it.
And then this motherfucker wants to say that WrestlePalooza was a success.
Well, he did go on to say financially it was a success, which I believe. But yes, the show got shit on. And also they didn't create it because especially like I said, Paul Heyman is right there. And I don't know if he created it himself, but he was definitely around.
It may have been financially a success for one night, but that trickles down to you're seeing it on Fridays and Mondays that those numbers are starting to trickle or starting to lower.
Yeah, seemingly, and we're going to talk about it, the boom may have been, or the bubble has popped, as they say in the finance world.
Well, when you do nothing but give us shit, there's only so much grace you can give.
Yeah, it's definitely that. And then, yeah, this coupled with WWE or them saying, oh, let's just change everything that was old WWE. I don't know. It just doesn't run me the right way.
Yeah. And Triple H is letting it happen.
Yep. So he can keep his little cozy job and go and do whatever he's doing. People still try to make it political, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying he's doing whatever he's doing. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Not necessarily a story, but I just want to point it out. So apparently he wasn't at SmackDown not this week, but the Halloween SmackDown,
Yeah.
the one who the one that will come up in the stories. So he wasn't there, and
Was he
he
in
was
this last one?
he was at this last one, but
Okay.
he was also not at the Saturday night main event. And people turned this into he missed the show because he didn't want to do the point with Jade Cargill. You can imagine because she was gonna because he booked her to win the title, but he didn't want to do the point with her.
Okay.
I can imagine what people were trying to turn that into.
Of course.
He didn't want to point because, but rest assured, all you race baiters, because he was at SmackDown and he uploaded a picture with the point. Of course, they have. Oh, he only did it because he had to.
Well, yeah.
But again, he booked her to be champion. So, but I guess we just overlooked that. He probably did that because he had to too.
Against Stratton too.
Yeah. But yeah, people really try to turn it into, oh, he didn't do the point. Because his name now is, well, not because of this, just his name that's floating around now is Triple K.
Oh, it's been Triple K.
But it's slowly turning into Triple Chat GPT. So I guess that's better for him. It's a longer name. It's a lot longer.
Yeah. Yeah, he was Triple K ever since the Booker thing.
Oh. That's weird. It's the first time I'm hearing it.
Oh. Yeah, he was racist because he said racist shit in his promos.
Well, I always knew there was an undertone racism to him. Especially for me, it was when he wrestled Ahmed Johnson and he was always wipe himself off when Ahmed touched him.
That was the first time I ever saw Triple H. Yeah, he wrestled Ahmed Johnson, and every time Ahmed Johnson would touch him, he would have to get to the corner and wipe himself off.
Yeah. I was like,
I was
what's
like,
going on there?
This guy's a piece of shit. He's taking it to another level. That's great. I loved it.
It's definitely creative.
Yeah, can you imagine hating somebody so much you gotta wipe yourself off?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or thinking something is so beneath you. That's just that's great.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the Mark Shapiro thing. So yeah, they're trying to erase WWE for what it used to be.
Which they're doing a good job.
Yeah, they are. And then our last non-story that is this is the kind of breaking news thing going on here. Breaking drama in AEW. So we have Tegan Knox. You remember her?
No.
The rainbow-haired chick that used to be in WWE. We did a video on her.
Oh.
She went to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, here's a quick little story here. So she's now she appeared on AEW. I guess this was last week, as part of a tag team. She's tag team with someone named Miranda Elise. Not important to know. The one takeaway was that this was the first time they appeared on TV as a couple. So that's the direction of the tag team, is that they're an actual couple.
Oh, they're dykes. They're dykes that fight
So-
together.
So we have
You just go.
So we fast forward to this week.
They eat, they eat each other's box before or after the match.
I don't know. But we fast forward to this week. And here's where the drama comes in. So they were supposed to be a part of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship tournament. And they were supposed to take on Tay Mello. But we get to Collision, which aired tonight, and they weren't there. And it was actually turned out to be some other chicks. Don't know who they are. Don't Han and Maya World. I don't know. So news broke out of why they weren't there. And the report here, and this is according to PWI Insider, it is Nixon Newell, which is Tegan Knox, and Miranda Elise refused to lose in their second appearance on AEW. The duo were scheduled to put over Tay Mello and Anna Jay earlier tonight on Collision, but balked at the booking because they had already lost in their official debut last week. They left the taping about an hour before the bell time and were replaced by Hyan and Maya World. It said that AEW was appreciative of these two chicks for stepping up, and they each gained points internally, whatever that means. They lost, so how many points did they really gain? Neither Nixon or Elise were believed to be under AEW contract at this juncture. So that is the story that is kind of developing. Of course, now this is going to get a lot worse over them. I'm sure we're going to have to talk about this again next week because it's about to get a lot worse, I assume. And then we had a follow-up from Fightful because they do their thing and they go and get more information. So the follow-up from Fightful is, so it was stated that Nixon and Miranda didn't expect to win their match on Collision, but wanted more than the budgeted 3 minutes. So apparently they were unhappy with the allotted time, not the minutes. Or I'm sorry, not
we
losing.
don't mind losing, but we don't want to lose in 3 minutes.
Yeah. They were told the times had been set and couldn't be changed. The two left before the show and were replaced by, again, Hyan and Maya Worlds, who were thanked for their professionalism. AEW officials were shocked by the situation. So basically, they pulled a Sasha and Naomi and just walked out. Oh, they did. I'm going to get on up out of here. They pulled a Stone Cold Steve Austin, apparently, who just left because he didn't want to lose to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, we were mentioning people that people actually give a shit about. Nobody cares about these two.
You don't think that, but I'm telling you, this is gonna. The algorithm is about to be filled with this story.
Yeah, but it's not because of them. It's because they're gonna be like, "Oh, AEW is disrespected."
Yes, there's gonna be AEW is disrespected.
It could be any two random bitches, and the same result would happen.
Yeah, people are gonna be white knighting AEW. But it was funny that before the second part where Fightful came in with more information, it was initially suggested that they didn't want to lose again. It's funny because there's no creative control in AEW, so why are they bringing up that they don't want to lose again? If you don't have creative control, it's just like reason 999, where creative control is like, yeah, you say they don't have creative control, but look at that. There's another one.
And everybody knows wins and losses don't matter.
They sure don't.
They really don't, because they'll lose 100 matches and still get a tag title match.
Yeah, I mean they were in a tournament to crown the champion. So, but apparently they weren't going to go any further than that. But they were still there. That's still kind of an opportunity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure we're going to hear a lot about this over the coming days. Miranda already tweeted something and said she has so much to say. So, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
So some dramas, some dramas coming our way. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But there's that. But let's move on to our story so we can get on out of here. I spent too much time on those stories, but here we go. So we start off with SmackDown sucking. So SmackDown managed to do something for the first time ever in the history of its creation. And that is they pulled a rating that is under 1 million. So last week's SmackDown, the total came out to 900,033, or what? 933K is the ending there. So under a million for the first time since. Okay, so there's some qualifiers here. Under a million for a show that is not like preempted by something, because sometimes they have to go to like sci-fi or something. They'll do it under a million there, or if it's a tape show, they'll do under a million there. But this was a live show on their normal slot, so this is the first time that's happened. If you're an apologist, you can throw out there that, well, it was Halloween night, because it was Halloween night, and it was the World Series Game 6 was going on. But therein lies the problem, because people who talk about the World Series Game 6, they also throw out that there was more people watching that game. Like, that game actually broke like viewership records. So people were at home watching TV. They just weren't watching wrestling. And then we also couple this with the picture that I have with the link here. And it's a picture of the actual show. Now, this is not AEW. This is actually SmackDown. And as you see, basically half the arena is empty. Again, this was for the show that they did under a million views on. Sorry,
it's egregious.
This was Saturday night. What? Well, I don't know. No, yeah, it is SmackDown. It says right there. So yeah, this is SmackDown. So yes, the WWE is failing fast, and the ratings, and they're not doing anything to help it. But again, you're gonna have people who make the excuse it was Halloween and the World Series was on, and you're not gonna have people who call it for what it is. And like, so to quickly review that show, we had Kit Wilson versus Carmelo Hayes, Jobber versus Jobber.
That was a Matt classic.
I don't even know what else happened on the show. That was the biggest blunder.
Dragunov did something.
Oh yeah, Dragunov's open challenge against Nathan Frazier. I wouldn't say they're jobbers, but it's two people no one knows. The MFT stuff. Not their fault, but it happened. I don't know. The, and we called it out last week, or I definitely called it out. It's like they just sent the B team out. It's like we're just not gonna try. We got the pay per view coming up. It's Halloween night. No one's gonna watch anyway. Well, no one watched anyway. And I don't know if this week made it any better. Like there wasn't really anything to. Now maybe they will pop back over 1 million. If they don't, then yeah, they're really cooked. But I'm still gonna put SmackDown as cooked in the title, of course.
I don't know. They probably think Chelsea Green winning the title's something that's going to put butts in seats.
I never got that whole thing, like the rating thing. So it's like, oh, the ratings were bad, and this is what happened. Well, wouldn't the people already be watching? I don't know. Like, how are the how is if you're putting on a good show, like let's say that show's being put on and it's good, that wouldn't really reflect that week's ratings, or it shouldn't, because the people who are watching are already watching. And then maybe people hear about it, and then on the next show, they try to, I don't know, recapture what happened last week. Or at least it gains interest. Oh, I'm going to watch the next week's show. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, if you're already watching it or not, I don't think something's going to change. And how do you know to change it? That's another thing.
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the ratings are kind of broken down by segment. So, like, you can see, like, the number of viewers on particular segment, because Cornette does it all the time. Because they'll say, like, oh, on the 500,000 people are watching the MJF segment, and then 200,000 people are watching Sasha. She just lost 300 people or 300,000 people.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, how do you know? Like, okay, let's say the one time that I can remember where like the ratings actually bumped, and this is going back to the Attitude Era, was that time that WCW tried to spoil the fact that Mick Foley won the title on Raw, and it backfired, and then everybody went and watched Raw. But let's say they didn't do that, and Mick Foley won the title on Raw, and let's change it and say he did it in the opening segment. So Monday Night Raw starts out, Mick Foley wins the title. How's that going to increase ratings for the rest of the show? Because now it's already happened. Like, what are you? I don't know. What are those people then turning in? What are they expecting?
Well, the people that are watching on at home are telling their friends, and then those friends are tuning in.
Oh, there's the gap. Yeah, I don't tell people I watch wrestling. So,
well, you did back then because it was cool.
when you can wear shirts in public and not feel weird.
Well, now, I mean, you can still do that. It's just, it has to be the old shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw someone wearing a NWO shirt today.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a nice shirt choice.
I saw a DX shirt the other day.
There you go. And those are the lapsed fans there.
But you never see, like, Cody Rhodes.
I've actually seen a Rhea Ripley shirt before.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's the only one I've seen, like a modern one.
Yeah, I don't see any modern.
But yeah, those are that's the talk on SmackDown. Overall, I don't know how they're gonna have to do something that they keep not doing, and that is something creative. They're gonna have to. I don't know. For me, they need to do more wrestling, and they don't seem to be like what makes wrestling wrestling. And I keep talking about it. They don't seem. They seem to be getting away from that. They're just trying to make it a
Commercial.
predetermined UFC is what they're trying to turn it into. Like there's
Well,
no
even UFC has wrestling elements though. Like you got the two people, you have the fight scheduled, then you have the two people talking shit to each other until the actual fight, and then the two people talking shit are talking shit in a way that makes you want to. Their job is to get you invested into wanting to see one of them get their asses kicked. Like I want to see this guy win, and I want to see this guy get his ass kicked.
well, I'm saying like yeah, they do that like before the fight. I'm saying like during the fight or like I'm sorry, during the pay-per-view, it's just straight matches as opposed to you know now if you're watching like a Conor McGregor who's got suspended again, so he won't be back anytime soon. Didn't even know that was an option on the table anyway, but um, he'll be out there talking shit wherever he can talk shit, and then that brings people into the building. Chael Sonnen was also good at it too, but once the actual pay-per-view card, it's just straight match, 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 match. Of course, there's breaks in between, but
They'll do commercials.
yeah, but there's no like, no one's getting on a mic and cutting a promo.
I don't want to see promos. I want to see the backstage story shit that leads into the match. Like Vince McMahon is plotting throughout the whole show to fuck over Stone Cold.
Yeah, there's that. There was a big story, and yeah, they're not doing stories. They're doing open challenges. They're doing, like I said, that the the ball that they're doing with John Cena's final opponent. I genuinely believe that they're going based off of whatever they pull. Like I don't think they know what they're doing because they haven't even showed us like who all the participants are. Maybe they're trying to do a surprise thing, but it's a tournament. They usually show you who the participants are
Right.
and the brackets, like at least the names in the pool. They don't even have that. It's just like, yeah, I really think they just have the names in there, and they're just going based off of what they pull. Now
They're
maybe
doing
they know the names they want in there. Maybe that part of it is determined, but I'm saying like the matches. There's no other there's no other solution to where how you get on a Jey Uso Miz match. Like there's
That's
no
a
other
good point. Yeah.
explanation for that. No other explanation for that than yes, that
Just
was
random
completely
happenstance.
random.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh, and yeah, and they're under a million rating and they think that's gonna help.
I don't know. They have to know that because it's been sucking for a while. I contend that the entire Triple H era has sucked.
It was good at the beginning. I say, yeah, pretty much died out after WrestleMania 40.
Cody completed his story. That was it.
Yeah, pretty much died out after that.
But you had Bray Wyatt come back, and that was like, man, he had like that could have been like one of the most successful fucking things ever, and it was just a pussy fart, man. came back just to talk forever, talk our fucking ears off. He does come back. He has that fucking glow in the dark match. Then he goes away again.
Well, we found out why that was.
But still, I mean, he did nothing with him. And then you had his stupid tribute band. And yeah, it's just, that was a big thing too. And they're just guys.
Well, they're champions.
Which means nothing.
Apparently. But yeah, we'll definitely have to see what yeah, we'll have to see where they go. It is definitely getting interesting in the realm of wrestling right now, because more and more people are jumping off, and they're seemingly tone deaf to what's going on, and they want to talk about how good it is. I saw something. I don't have it here, but I saw something where Nick Khan was talking about, "Oh, we're gonna raise prices even more."
Good luck.
Like, you already have 10 people on SmackDown. You're gonna raise prices more?
Yeah, but that's completely out of touch. I don't know. It's like this. I call it YouTube mentality, where you, instead of listening to your audience, you just defy them.
And call them haters.
Well, yeah, like, oh, it's my content.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not gonna let you tell me what to do. You don't like
yeah,
it, don't watch.
that's definitely a YouTuber thing. And yeah, Triple H, he's always told us, "Oh, well, don't watch it." Well, now we're not watching. So there you go.
I just remember like movie stars and celebrities and just people in entertainment in general. Whenever people had like, not obviously, not all negative feedback was, constructive, but when they receive constructive criticism, they'd take it, and then they would try to use that constructive criticism to give the fans what they fucking want. But nowadays, when they get that constructive criticism, they just get defensive, and they do the opposite. They just continue to do the shit that the fans say that they don't want.
Yeah, and tell them they're wrong.
Yeah. No, you will like this.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what they're doing. SmackDown continues to suffer for it. Raw is going to be not far behind, I would assume. And yeah, it's going to be interesting next couple of years to see where this goes. But speaking of going, let's talk about AEW again. So Tony Khan, he introduced, for some reason, now there's already a tournament going on for a new champion right now, and in the midst of that, Tony Khan has announced that there will be another new champion. We have a soundbite here, but this, he kind of rambles on, so
Oh, I love it.
I have from about like 38 seconds to about the 2-minute mark. If we can hold on for that long.
38 seconds. Okay.
and you're going to be going out there on Dynamite to talk about this minutes from now on TBS and HBO Max. And as you know, Tony, it means so much to me to be able to do wrestling here on the Superstation TBS with you. I'm so proud of it because I grew up watching wrestling on TBS and I grew up watching you on this channel, and it's really cool being able to work here with you. It means a lot. And I have to say, one of the great traditions in wrestling, and something I'm really, something I've missed seeing on TV, Tony, is the National Championship. The National Championship goes back, I believe, to when Georgia Championship Wrestling appeared on TBS, the Superstation. It goes back to before I was even born. And if I'm correct, Tony, the national title came to work with you when Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling and Georgia Championship Wrestling merged?
Yeah, in 1985, we merged. Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, Georgia Championship Wrestling merged. And there was a U.S. Championship and there was a National Championship. And these two championships together were put together one match at the Omni back in 1986, and it became the U.S. Championship. So we haven't had a national champion in almost 40 years, Tony.
Wow. 39 years, over 39 years since there was a national champion here on TBS. I think it's a great tradition. Also, there's promoters all over the country looking to book the top AEW stars.
So I think we get the gist here. And he just goes on to show TBS and HBO and yeah. Anyway,
my favorite part of that whole video is he's talking to Tony Schiavone, but he's like completely looking at or staying focused on the camera. And at one point, he even starts like walking to the camera while talking to Tony. Like when Tony talks, he talks in a way where it's like he's having a three-way conversation. Like it feels like we're a part of the conversation that they're having. But Tony Khan,
yeah, he's talking to us.
He's just staring straight at the camera. He's talking to Tony Schiavone, but he's staring straight at the camera. And I think they looked at him like maybe once or twice.
Yeah,
it's just very.
I like the part where I like the part where the script messed up, or his. I don't know if it messed up. It's probably a teleprompter, but
probably
it either messed up or he lost the spot, and he's like, Speaking of teleprompters, there was one time where inside the NBA crew, they did the thing on Charles Barkley where they put into the script, "I'm a dumbass," and he read it like straight out of what is that? Anchorman. Yeah. It's like when these people are reading these teleprompters and they don't have any, they just read, they just go.
What was Barkley's reaction?
He laughed afterwards.
Oh.
Like after he realized he didn't even realize that they had to tell him, did you hear what you read?
Oh, so it just proved you right.
Yeah. Yeah, he just went right through it. But yes, so we have announced there that there is going to be a national champion. Basically, yeah, the gist of it is this champion will be defended against all the other promotions, maybe in the indies. So CMLL, New Japan, wherever else AEW goes. Now, yes, the answer is yes. They did already have a champion that was basically this same thing, and they're doing it again under a new name. So, and I forget the name of the title, but yes, the one right before Okada, Eddie Kingston, he had won the title. It was 3 titles, but it was definitely the same concept. You defended over, New Japan, CMLL. So they had the title, they merged it, and then now they're doing this again. Now, this actually got him in some heat, this being Tony Khan. I don't know how much heat you really want to say, but it's actually got him in some heat because there apparently is already a national champion. And it's funny that they referenced NWA because that is where the champion is. So we have Mike Mondo. He takes to Twitter, and this apparently was the guy that used to be in the Spirit Squad in WWE. But he said, "Let me be clear. There is only one NWA, and there's only one prestigious national champion that holds the legit lineage and has for decades. So to Tony Khan and anybody else confused, here's the legit title, the company it belongs to, and the legit national champion. My name is Mike Mondo."
Okay. Who?
Oh, he was that guy. Are you on the thing?
Yeah.
Scroll down. Him.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
So put on a little
Yeah.
bit of muscle.
Yeah, he did.
Also got a haircut, but
Yeah.
that's probably just age. But yeah, so
Man, that's
then
crazy.
yeah, that is a crazy transformation. Like I didn't even know. Like yeah,
I thought
the internet.
Ziggler's was good, but shit.
Yeah, his it's definitely something. But yeah, so there we have it. He says, no, there's already a national champion, and you're looking at him right here. Of course, you have people in AEW defending it,
Of course.
also saying like, there's a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, your company died when Tyrus won the championship."
Man, they really hate Tyrus.
Yeah, I guess he killed the company there.
God damn.
I wasn't watching at that point. For me, I got taken out when they left YouTube because they used to do like the weekly show on YouTube, and I was watching.
Yeah.
But then they left YouTube because they got like a TV deal or something. I don't know if it was a TV deal, but they moved to a TV and they stopped doing the weekly show. Apparently, they tried to bring it back, but at that point, I was like, I'm already out now.
Yeah, I quit after they got rid of Cornette.
Oh yeah, his little chicken line.
Yeah.
But yeah, their little revamp was also, I mean, it was pretty good. But for a minute there, I think Cornette got fired like after the first episode.
It was pretty early. I think it was like the second or third. I just remember he was one of the best things on the show. And he's like, yeah, he's running like a Ethiopian chasing a bucket of fried chicken on a motor scooter or something.
I think he said, yeah, it was something to the effect of, yeah, he was running like he had fried chicken tied on his back, and there was Ethiopians chasing him or something. I guess the problem, Cornette was more so saying, they were hungry, and that's why they were chasing him because they're Ethiopians. But of course, using fried chicken is where, whoa there. Like, had you said anything else, it would have been okay.
Even though black people love chicken.
Yes. It is a trope, and it is true.
In fairness, chicken is delicious, especially of the fried variety and of the winged.
Yes.
But brothers love their chicken. The watermelon thing, not so much. I don't see a whole bunch of black people eat watermelon just casually. Chicken though.
Yeah, it's a summer thing. Watermelon.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not saying that black people don't eat water. I would say that I would say black people eat watermelon just like white people. You know what I mean? Like that's not like something that the stereotype doesn't make sense to me.
They ain't having it like they're having chicken, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's for dinner? Chicken and watermelon.
Yeah.
That's like the side is watermelon.
Like chicken and fish. Chicken and fish seems to be the biggest proteins.
Oh yeah, fish is good. Catfish.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of
Fish-
places here that do chicken and waffles. I've never tried that. I don't
It's
get
okay.
it.
I like barbecue and pancakes.
I never tried that.
Yeah, chicken and waffles is good. I like the catfish. You got to get the hot sauce on it.
I'm not a hot sauce person.
I am situationally.
Like I'll do spicy Cheetos or the hot Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only spicy thing I'll do.
Oh,
Everything else is like, yeah, although I did have spicy ramen. Wasn't too bad.
what kind of spicy ramen?
Just like the cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like real ramen.
Try to get them baldak noodles.
Is that the black bag?
The pink bag.
Oh, yeah. I've seen people. I pick that up a lot when people order it.
Yeah, it's delicious, but it's spicy as fuck.
Yeah, see, I can't be doing all that spicy food.
Yeah, I can't do it like I used to either. I have to kind of tone it down. I used to just have to only worry about my asshole burning the next day, but now it's like it kills me.
Well, that's my part. It's the asshole thing. I don't want
It's not worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I can see that.
yeah, I can miss that. But anyway, yes, that is
I'll
that is
cut
what
it
we
out.
have for the TonyCon thing. And yeah, this apparently now makes it like, I don't know, 20 titles, as the internet says, 20 titles in the company. So
And
pretty much everybody.
the NWA guy's trying to be relevant.
Yes. Now I did wonder, because it was, again, they're in the midst of crowning a tag team champion for the women, and then we just all of a sudden get this announcement. So I did wonder, is there some kind of partnership in the works here? And especially with this guy like going on going on Twitter and blasting, oh, you're not going to be the world champion, whoever wins the title. Like, are they working something here? Is it a work, brother?
Some Forbidden Door type shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
they might be
mean-
setting up the next Forbidden Door.
Maybe. I could see that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if push comes to shove, I don't think NWA is going to win this particular fight.
Yeah.
If it's serious, brother.
Yeah, they're not going to, they don't have enough to go after. They're going to have to drop it.
Yeah. Like, does anybody even remember NWA is on? I'd love to see what their numbers are. Talking about SmackDown being under 1 million. What the fuck are they doing?
They're probably doing like 1,000.
You said there are things on YouTube.
I think they brought it back to YouTube.
NWA.
Let's see. Maybe not. Last upload was
2 months ago.
yeah. They just have a bunch of clips now.
Oh.
So yeah, where the hell even are they?
On Roku.
Roku. Golly, Roku.
What? Watch NWA Power on Demand on Roku Plus.
Oh my goodness. They were better off on YouTube. I guarantee it. Yeah.
What was that bullshit network that TNA was on?
Access.
Yeah. Weren't they on like the TV Guide channel?
Oh, was that it? Did they? Oh yeah, they did start playing stuff at one point. I don't know, but they were on some crazy thing. But I don't know. I don't know why these people underestimate the power of just putting shit out on YouTube.
I don't know, because they think it's small.
Yeah, it's a very antiquated thing. Like even WWE now, yes, it is WWE, but they put that AAA show for free on YouTube, and I bet you that did better numbers than what NWA Power does on
On
Roku
Roku?
Plus.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
And
If I was going to do something small like that, I would start off on like YouTube.
yeah, like, and the plus indicates you probably have to pay for it.
Of course. That's all that means. Might as well
So,
just be a dollar sign.
like Roku paid. Just call it that.
Roku cha-ching.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just craziness. But yes, there we have it. So we'll see where it goes. Just say it here first that it could be a possible work setting up the next Forbidden Door or something in the effects where NWA and AEW start working together, which would be a good thing if they do. But if not, yeah, it'll get ugly. But let us know what you think about it in the comments. And
Uh-oh.
week,
Oh, you just cut out.
I just cut out.
Yeah.
At what point? Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, just start over.
Oh, well, I was just saying, we're moving on to Ridge Holland, as he has had quite the week. And honestly, we're going to read an article here because there was so much going around. A lot's happened. So the quick synopsis is Ridge Holland, as you know, he was getting released from WWE, and they weren't going to pay him. Since he was getting released, he wasn't going to get paid for his rehab. Well, he was going to be out of work while he was rehabbing. So basically, yeah, can't work. So he took to Twitter, and I don't have the tweet unfortunately, but he went to Twitter and he expressed his frustration that the fact that he's going to be out of work. He said something about he was going to lose his mortgage. And so we have an article here. We're going to go through it. Hopefully they have done good enough here. So it says WWE wanted to send a message by terminating Rich Holland's contract. As we previously reported, uh, WWE terminated Rich Holland's contract ahead of its scheduled November 14th expiration, so it was already about to be over anyway, citing his recent public comments as a breach of contract. Dave Meltzer provided additional into the situation during the Wrestling Observer News. Said Holland had expressed frustrations over WWE decision not to renew his deal, particularly in the light of his recent Liz Frank injury. Liz Frank injury, and it's likely and the likelihood of needing neck fusion surgery. So on social media, he wrote, "Add to my contract not being renewed, now knowing that I wouldn't be able to wrestle for 7 months. This is brutal. Yes, they are taking care of the surgery and the physical therapy, but let's be honest, that's a bare minimum after what we sacrificed for the company." So again, if you didn't know, so Rich Holland, he worked with TNA, and while he was doing his TNA thing, he got injured, and then he got injured, and then WWE said, "You know what? We're not going to renew your contract." So he got injured and got fired. If you're keeping up, that's what happened there.
He got fired early.
Well, okay, so he gets fired, and then he takes to social media. He talks. He goes on about like how he's not going to be able to pay his mortgage because he's not getting paid, and apparently WWE didn't like that, so they released him early. And that's what they're saying here is that they were making a. So he spoke out and then got fired for it. So to go on here, so WWE originally planned to release Holland about a year ago, but ultimately renewed his deal for one more year at a reduced rate because he went back to NXT. So they were now paying him the NXT rate. Uh, so he was down. He was with the Brawling Brutes alongside Sheamus and Pete Dunne, and then he goes back to NXT. His run there didn't gain significant traction, he said. This being now Rich Holland. So they gave him oh, sorry, that's Dave Meltzer. So they gave him another year. They probably figured his name might help NXT a little bit because of his main roster value. It didn't help. He got over a little bit with Andre Chase's storyline, but never followed up on it. He'd been a lame duck for a while. Then he got hurt. This is what Meltzer said. Uh, WWE intended to let Holland's deal quietly expire while continuing to pay him through November 14th. However, his injury at TNA Impact TV Wrestling on September changed everything because WWE talent are prohibited from publicly criticizing the company. Holland's social media comments gave WWE grounds to terminate the deal early. So they felt they now have the rights to fire him, Meltzer said, adding the decision was intended to send a clear message. If you say anything bad, you can be cut. And that's what happened. And then this article then goes on to somehow Dave Meltzer turns this into Rich Holland going to AEW. So we can skip past that. And then as where we last were, Rich Holland, he had set up a GoFundMe to pay for his, I guess his gap of work.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yes, and his goal is for $60,000, and right now he is at $4,000. Sorry, he's at $10,000 now.
Oh, good.
Uh,
That
and
Chris
then
Van
there's,
interview helped.
I guess so. So we had people like the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson. We had Chelsea Green, Omos, which is weird there, but they all donated like it says like $1,000 monthly. So I guess that's I don't know. I guess that's just like auto renews forever. uh, I think Chris Jericho also jumped in there too. I'm not trying to really like donate watch here, but yeah, the people are donating, and yes, so you have some wrestlers who donated, and they're donating like $1,000 a month, so like an auto renew thing.
Oh, good. Good for him.
And then finally, Rich Holland, he started a YouTube channel and he explained his side of the story. It's an 11-minute video, and I didn't really have I couldn't find a clip out of it because like he really documents like the whole thing. So there's not like a sound bite I could have grabbed from it.
Okay.
So if you want to watch the whole thing, you can go watch the 11-minute video. But that's where we are. So he talked shit on WWE and got fired for it.
What do you say in the YouTube video?
Pretty much that he apologized, or he said he spoke out of turn. He shouldn't have criticized them, but he was emotional, and yeah, he just documented like the turn of events. Now he did say something in it that was kind of telling, because I guess people were kind of calling him out because he started a GoFundMe, as we see here. People were kind of calling him out, like, "Wait, you're a WWE wrestler. Why do you need a GoFundMe? Like, you blow your money on hookers or something?"
I'll be honest, that was my thought. Not the hookers part, but like, did you not save your money, dude?
Yeah, and he said, that's a misconception. Like, yes, like your Roman Reigns and stuff. Yeah, they're probably sitting comfortably, but the lower level talent, especially like on an NXT contract, this is what he says. Uh, and by the way, you're independent contractors, so you don't get paid a lot, and then two, you gotta cover your own travel, your own medical. I'm sorry, not medical, but your own travel and hotels and stuff like that. So it may seem the conception was like, oh, you're a WWE superstar, you should be rolling in dough, but
Well, was he staying at the Super 8 motel, or was he staying at the 5-star hotels?
well, he's got to probably go to 5 stars.
Yeah, so could have saved his money a little bit better. Probably.
Yeah, he could have been better with his money, but at a certain point, you live a lifestyle and then you're used to it. I mean, it happens really to anybody who gets fired. You live in a certain way, you get fired.
But he's not going to have that type of lifestyle, or he's not getting paid for that type of lifestyle. You can't drink champagne on a beer salary.
Yes. Well, apparently, I mean, I guess he was doing it while he was doing it. I would say, yes, he was probably living a lifestyle that he shouldn't have been living on that salary, especially when he went to NXT and got a pay cut. Like, I know you got a family and stuff. He does, but it's like they're your family. You can talk to them. Hey, we're gonna have to cut back a little bit here, babe. You're gonna have to not get your nails done every week, or we're gonna have to downgrade the cars get a cash car. Everybody's about that rough life, though. People don't want to. That's one thing. I don't want to tell you this about me, but that's one thing about me. I'm in the mud. I'm from the mud. So I don't. I was just thinking about it the other day, not because of Rich Holland, but I was thinking about it. It's like, even if I made like $10 million a month or something, I'd probably still be arguing over 25 cents on a grocery cart. Because
I know I'd be driving shitty cars, probably dressed like a bum.
yeah, I wouldn't even if it doesn't matter how much money I was making, I wouldn't like start living a lifestyle like that.
That'd be hard.
Like, but it's people who come from the mud, as they say. Uh, the one thing is you don't want to go back. So when you get a big surplus of money, they're good at keeping it. Like, I heard a story from Steve Harvey. It was either Steve Harvey or Cedric the Entertainer. It's talking about how like he kept all his money. The only thing he bought was a good car, like a expensive car, and like that's really the only thing he makes purchases on is like expensive cars. And
Steve Harvey?
I think it was either Steve Harvey or Cedric the Entertainer.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, that's the only thing he buys is expensive cars, and he does that just in case he has to live in his car.
Oh, that sounds like Cedric.
Yeah, like he always wants a good car because if he has to live in it again, at least he'll have luxury of living, the comfortable seats to sleep on.
I think Cedric had that in his book.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I saw it on I don't know if it was a stand up or just like an interview he was doing, but yeah, that was the one thing it always stuck out to me is like, yeah, when you have to claw yourself out, that's the one thing is like you do what it takes to not go back. And that's you save every penny you can save, no matter how much you're making. You make sure you always have some money around.
I just remember, some people, they get a bill in the mail and they go, "Oh, I gotta pay that off real quick." But I'm a grown, I'm a grown ass man. I wait until about 2 or 3 warnings.
Yeah. Like, oh, we ain't gotta pay that right now, dude. We got a lot of more. Oh, this is only the first warning. We got like 3 more months before we gotta pay this.
Yeah, that was a good book. Whatever happened to him?
I think he's just quiet now.
Okay. I think Cat
Wait,
Wood.
no. Sorry, I just saw him on a commercial. He's doing some new sitcom.
Yeah, he was my favorite one of the Kings. And everybody liked Bernie Mac.
I don't know. I guess they're all pretty even for me. I didn't
Okay.
have a favorite. Maybe D.L. Hughley was my least favorite.
Harvey, my least favorite.
I could see that.
Although I appreciate him on the Price is Right or whatever fucking game show he does.
The Family Feud. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very entertaining on that.
Because he still stays kind of hood, and then you still have the wholesome people, and then they say some dumb shit. His reactions, like, perfect. He also had a radio show that was really good. I guess I'm just not a fan of his stand-up.
Oh,
I didn't care for his show either. The Steve Harvey Show.
I don't remember watching it too much. Maybe I caught like a couple episodes, but yeah, it wasn't like appointment TV.
I remember it being boring.
That's fair.
There's a few shows that like everybody hates Chris. I never got into that one. The Bernie Mac show, I never got into that one either.
Yeah. They just, I don't know. It's hard to pull off those shows.
It's not even that. It's because like Fresh Prince, I thought was really good. The one with Urkel, Family Matters. I think Uncle Phil's like he might be my favorite TV dad of all time. He was a hard ass, but he was like a loving hard ass.
I would say mine is, it's crazy to say, but probably Cosby.
Yeah, Cosby was a good dad too.
It's probably crazy to say now, but
He was too proper.
oh, yeah.
Like Uncle Phil would smack you in the back of the head.
I'll tell you which one I didn't like. And I thought that's the way you guys was what's the guy with the Olsen twins?
Oh,
Danny.
Bob Saget.
Yeah.
What was that? Fuck. It wasn't Step by Step. Full House.
Full House, yes. That
Yeah.
one. And I thought, is that how you guys live on that side? Like they would do some bad shit, and then he'd just get down on his knee and start talking. Like one, she like snuck and got behind the car. She started driving a car and like drove it through the house, like drove it into the house, like side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, want a fresh one? Oh, she gonna get it. That ass is getting whooped.
Actually, yeah, I guess it is how we do it because like we did that whole thing about not spanking our kids.
Yeah, yeah. And then he gets home. Well, come here. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Why ain't he got a switch yet? He ain't got no belt buckle yet.
Why is he not letting her choose a belt to beat her with?
Yeah. Or at least like, they do the talk, and then at the end of it, now go on outside and cut me a switch.
Although to be fair, there's not a whole lot of like the black TV parents. They didn't spank either, did they? They just threatened
No.
violence.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they weren't violent, but they would chase you around.
Roseanne
like,
was the
walk
only one I
towards you.
remember seeing actually spank their kid.
I know they'd always allude to it, but yeah, it was not a lot of spanking on TV.
That's why we're where we're at, where we are. Kids don't have any fucking respect.
Yeah,
Think they can do whatever.
they know you can't hit them.
Yeah, they don't ever want to work. Don't want to earn anything. If you spank them, they'd have values.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know how we got all the way off.
We're
on
still
that,
alive.
but that is the Ridge Holland news. Let us know what you think of it. Did WWE do Ridge Holland wrong, or basically did he get what he deserved? Not deserved, but he
Did he get it?
talked. he talked up and got his consequence for it. So
Should you be allowed to disrespect your employer?
yeah, and be
Or
bad.
did
with
he say
you.
anything disrespectful?
He didn't say anything disrespectful, but he just said that he wasn't going to be able to pay his mortgage, and I guess say
WWE said, no, you're not.
you got that right. Yeah, he just said he's not gonna be able to pay his mortgage, and it was, they did him dirty by what they're doing, and then they're like, "Yep, you're right." But I think that's all we got here. Is we're almost on a 4-hour show here, so I must say that is the end of the show. If you agree with anything, let us know in the comments below. If you disagree with anything, let us know in the comments below. On your way out, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow us on our social medias. And is there anything else?
Just have a good night.
And until next time, survey says one more for the good guys.